So we're going to do a reading here on your connection. This is going to be a kind of a closure reading, okay? So this is a connection that you've separated from this person, someone from your past that maybe you never had that closure with, and kind of where each of you are now. And then we're going to take a look at what is to come for you in the future when it comes to your love life. What's going to be around the corner for you. We'll get some advice, we'll get some initials and all that good stuff. I do want to make an announcement that this is probably going to be my last lengthy reading. I'm going to start doing extended readings, and my readings, guys, they're just so long. They're just so long. I just can't cut it off, you know, and I don't want to. I don't want to leave y'all with not as much information as I possibly could. But in order for me to keep doing this in the way that I am, I'm going to have to include that extended reading for my time to be able to keep doing these readings for you guys. So that's to come in the near future. I'm still kind of working through getting all that set up. Keep an eye out for that. And then also the next reading I do is going to be a singles reading. I know I've been telling y'all I was going to do that for a while. This is kind of why I wanted to do this closure reading, so you can kind of close out that cycle in your life in some sort of way and kind of press on and kind of move forward. And so that's what we're doing. So we have 3 piles here to choose from. Pile 1 is the Wonderland Tarot, and then this is a gray shell that I found in Florida when I was in Florida. So shout out to all my viewers there that are from Florida. And we went to Fort Walton, and it was absolutely beautiful there. I can't wait to go back next year. And then pile 2 here is the Witch's Tarot. And then this is just a piece of dyed agate, but it is dyed, but it's still so pretty. It's like a dark blue, and there's a little bit of black in there as well. And then pile 3 is the Hush Tarot, and this is a piece of fossilized agate, and it's a heart. Okay, so pile 1, 2, and 3. Timestamps will be down below, and I'll see you at your pile. Hey, pile 1. So if you chose the Wonderland Tarot, which is a new deck I've just gotten, and this gray shell, I'm going to put this over here so you remember which reading that you chose. And before we get tarot, we're going to go ahead and get some oracle cards out. I'm going to use the Into the Lonely Woods oracles to start. I want to get an overall look at how you are feeling and how this person's feeling, and then the connecting energies themselves before we get tarot out. First, we're going to ask how you are feeling about this person and how things have transpired here. That's pile 1, feeling about this person, how things have transpired between them. We have, this is the number 1, to walk the lonesome road. Okay, so let's see about what this person is feeling here. What about pile 1's person? How are they feeling and how things have transpired here between the two of them? So pile 1's person's feeling. We have number 38, into the vastness of it all. Okay, so we're also going to get some connecting for the connection itself. This is going to kind of give me a better look at what happened here as far as the ending of this connection, or how things have kind of ended here. Tell me about the connection itself. What's the energy of this connection itself, Holy Spirit? The energy of pile 1's connection itself. So we have knowledge, air spirit, and this is also the number 1. And this is the number 11, guys. We have 1111 here. Okay, so that might be relevant to some of you. With 38 adds up to 11, so 1, 1, 1, 1. It's right there. So you may have been seeing that a lot in this connection. You may feel like this connection is something that's been very synchronistic for you. You may feel this soul connection with this person. I have to say, though, right off the bat, what they're saying here is that, just so you're aware, both of you are on the right path, okay? Both of you are in the position that you're meant to be, that you're supposed to be in. I think that that's one of the main questions that you may be worried about or be thinking about. And even if it's a struggle, where you both are is where you're meant to be. And I know that's kind of a hard pill to swallow, especially if things kind of ended in a not so great way. But I want y'all to take a look at these two cards here, because these two individuals are both walking away from each other. Now, this middle card here, this is giving me the Six of Swords energy, you know, moving to a calmer place because of her being in this boat. It's almost like you've had to rise above whatever it was that you were going through here, especially with knowledge being here in air spirit. You could both be air signs or have something in your big three that's a heavy air sign, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. You could have this in your moon for your emotions. You could both have air signs in your moon sign here. Sorry, I got distracted with this card here. There's an influence here of knowledge of pushing forward. Seeking knowledge to push forward. You may be someone that's really having this impression that if I just knew exactly what this person was thinking, where they were at, what their thought process was just about this whole ordeal, then I could just push forward. I could strive forward. So maybe there's an energy here of you kind of not knowing maybe what went wrong in this connection. I mean, there's a lot of clouds here. There's a lot of cloudiness about kind of the way things happened. I do feel like that if you are this person here on the right of me, you may be feeling more left out in the cold. Whereas this person here is kind of in a position to where they're still kind of teeter-tottering back and forth with different points of view of how they saw things and how things could have transpired between you. I feel like this person here is kind of going on a journey to transform themselves. And this could be around fall time when they've kind of like started this journey. Something could have happened around fall for you or be happening around fall. But this is a lonesome road. This is something this person has to kind of go off and do on their own, which is why I feel like they were kind of telling me about this is where they're meant to be at this point in time. These two crows here, one of them is more, they're leaning towards this one idea more than the other one, because this one idea here that they're leaning towards is something that's going to be transformative. But they also have this kind of other idea about, how things transpired and about you that's kind of behind them. And this could be something that's always there, always right there on their shoulder, or always right there behind them, where they feel as if not only they always feel you kind of right there with them, but they might always feel like there may be some shadow sides to this connection, not so good things that kind of transpired here that makes them always kind of go back and kind of relive that over and over, or just have that, they feel that behind them. They just feel that, this is like when someone feels in a good place about moving forward, but then there's that thought or that question that's still there in the back of your mind of, but what about this? But how did this happen? But I remember when they said this, and kind of analyzing that. And this is kind of what this person's doing here. And I have to say is also, you may feel like, well, that's me, I do that. But I think that the both of you are kind of in that position. This person here is in a much darker kind of place as far as not in their life in general. This is, I'm talking about feeling in the dark, okay? Feeling in the dark, feeling left out in the cold. You notice it's snowing here in this card. These trees are have snow on them, and it's a lot darker here. This is someone here that maybe feels like they didn't notice or pay attention to the red flags when they kind of saw them in this connection, or there may be something around them that was a red flag that they kind of ignored that could have affected this connection itself. But this person's trying to kind of use what they know and what they've learned to proceed forward, to press forward. And how crazy is that, guys? I just looked up at the timer. It said 8:33, and this is the number 38. And I was actually focused in on those numbers at the time because I was talking about number 3 being that number of growth, number 8 being that number of making progress. So crazy synchronicities. And with this being 11:11, again, crazy synchronicities maybe have kind of happening to you in some kind of way. There's a tiny bee here that this monster here is kind of looking at. And I think that this person on this side here is kind of looking at this connection as being something that may be even bittersweet for them. I don't feel like this person feels like this is something that they definitely regret. I mean, I don't feel like this person is regretting this connection by all means. I feel like this person is just kind of trying to look at what parts of this connection were good and focus on that, but they're having a really hard time doing that. I think this person's having a really hard time being able just to focus on the good parts of what transpired in this connection. I mean, this person here looks like they're in motion to move. And this person here looks like they're at a standstill. And it's like the bee is like that new beginning, you know? So it's almost like they have their eye on this like new beginning for themselves, but they haven't exactly took that step forward. This person here may be someone that's kind of in a, I mean, I know I said that they didn't, not in their lives, but I do feel like they're in a darker place in general. I think that this person's kind of more in a state to where they want this new beginning for themselves, but they're really unsure about how to kind of proceed forward. This person here is someone that's trying to look at making a difference for themselves. You know, I mean, you can see the differences in these two cards. And I want y'all to look at the weather in particular, okay? So this side over here has all, you know, good weather, good, nice blue sky there, and green grass. And this person here is in the cold with very clouded. I mean, these are two very different paths that these people are on. And I think this person here, it's not like they don't have regrets, and they're still carrying things from this connection, right? They just know that they have to strive forward or keep moving forward. And they know that they have to do this alone. They know that this is part of what they're meant to be moving towards, is this new beginning for themselves alone. I think this person here feels like they have more of the tools that they need in order to kind of make things happen for themselves. Like they're more capable or have more capabilities of having success. And there's a level of determination that goes into that. And then this person here is someone that I mean, I just feel like this is more of a stuck energy. Kind of a cloudiness about where to go from here. Like, where do I go from here? This is someone that's still, I mean, to be honest with you, in a spiritual nature of this connection, if this is what this is to you guys, then I feel like this person here is more kind of out of the dark. They're moving towards new things in their life, transforming things in their life. They've had these higher perspectives over this connection and how things have kind of took place. And I think this person here is kind of more in that darkness, or that dark night of the soul, to where they're still trying to grow and make progress moving forward, but they haven't quite figured out how to do that yet. Being that the middle energy is not about knowledge. So I think that they want to kind of focus on this as the knowledge of the connection and where these two individuals kind of stand. So this person here has took this knowledge of what they do have of this connection and moving on the best path possible for themselves. And this person here is, I mean, it's almost like this person just knows that they need to move. They just don't know how to get there, what to do. They're still looking at things within themselves. I mean, I feel like this person here is still stuck in like a dark night of the soul energy. Yeah. They may have some hopes and wishes and dreams, you know. They may feel like they have things that they kind of want to accomplish, but the heaviness and the weight that this connection has brought to them, and I feel like about themselves, and the sadness that was caused here has kind of made this person unable to be able to move forward. There's a level of like being paralyzed with the knowledge of realizing things about oneself here that's keeping them kind of stuck. I want to get one more card before we get tarot about the connecting energies. Can I have one more card, please, about the connecting energy itself, the connection itself? Look at that. Bee spirit, another bee. Prosperity. This is the number 5. So 5 is the loss, 5 is conflict, 5 is change. And she's holding a ring in her hand. This fairy's holding a ring. There may have been a conflict about loyalty here. And guys, I'm just now noticing this tiny deer in the bottom of this picture here. Look at that. It's so small. I can't believe I missed it. Well, I don't know if y'all can see that, but there's a tiny deer that's just poking its head out at the bottom of this card. Yeah. I mean, the deer's kind of representing the... Let me think back here. I looked this up not too long ago, and I can't remember it now. But a deer is kind of like that full energy. Deers are kind of clumsy, you know, in the beginning when they're small. And this is, to me, this is a smaller deer. But deers also, you know, I honestly feel like this person on this side is still stuck in this knowledge, trying to figure things out. Yeah, this connection here has still influenced this person and they're still kind of looking at it in a way of where it's kind of transforming how they see themselves. But I do think that as far as this connection goes, with prosperity being here, I think there may have been a conflict about the commitment or the loyalty in this connection. This person on this side here maybe has actually offered this other person here commitment in some kind of way. Because the bee is going in this direction, and she's actually looking at the bee here, or he, I don't know who this is here. So I want to say that this person here may have offered this person some sort of commitment or loyalty or something that I think that they kind of more walked away from. Maybe they this person here may have a hard time with commitment, may have a hard time with trust. Okay, so I want to go ahead and get tarot because I'm feeling like I don't feel like I can pull anything else from this. So I'm going to put this card on this person's side though, because I feel like that's relevant. I mean, I think this person here could also be someone that's still looking at this relationship. I mean, them having the bee and them having that deer here, it just makes me feel like this person's still in this process of change and understanding what has transpired here in this connection. You know, this 38 reduced down is also the number 5. So I do feel like that this person on this side may actually have more knowledge about the connection itself and have that higher perspective, whereas this person's still down, you know, they're still down here trying to gain it, and they're still looking at this commitment. Yeah. This person here is kind of venturing out. They're going on this, they decided that they are doing this alone. They're in this process of leaving this connection behind. But this person here is still analyzing it and still finding out new things about it that they didn't see before. Okay. So let's see what tarot tells us moving forward here. Okay. Whoop. Well, that wanted to come out. 7 of Cups in reverse. I mean, somebody I feel like here is either overwhelmed, got too overwhelmed by the choices that they had to make, or they may be kind of just staying in a place of living in more of a fantasy world, avoiding kind of any realities of the situation itself. I'm actually going to take this back because I didn't really ask a question when that came out, but I felt like maybe that needed to be said. I think that the two of you may be kind of coming out of this dream world of what this connection was. This could have been a very fast, like a blissful romance, you know, that was quick. And it's like you're both kind of starting to come out of that. Like realizing the reality of the situation here. Okay, so I want to ask a certain question. I want to see what transpired, what happened in this connection. What happened in this connection, Spirit? Well, there's your Ten of Swords in reverse. And the Two of Cups in reverse. Well, there you go. That was very, okay. Straight to the point here. It's interesting these two are in reverse. The Two of Cups is the partnership that's disconnected here, but it's also given me distrust, because the Ten of Swords is an energy of there being some kind of betrayal that took place for me. Now, it can also just be a representation of there's just being that ending that caused a deep, wound there, or knowing things that kind of need to change and they get to a certain point. This has given me heavy, heavy distrust or disharmony of the connection energies. But I have to point out this Ten of Swords is in reverse. So, I mean, this could have been, to me, this is like escaping a disaster. You can see the Ten of Swords in reverse in lots of different ways. It could be improvements in a connection, but being this connection, I feel like, is over. And we're asking what happened. I think that there was some sort of indication here that there was a level of distrust that went into this connection between the two of you. And someone, I feel like, kind of was trying to avoid a full-on disaster and kind of maybe left this connection abruptly. I mean, this is abrupt. Okay, let's keep going. What happened in this connection? The Knight of Swords in reverse. There could have been very quick, snappy communication between the two of you. This is also kind of being misinformed. So there could have been some miscommunication here. We have the Fool. Someone may have acted like a fool. Someone may have I mean, this can be like something not being exactly what you expected it to be. I think there may have been some communication here that wasn't what you expected with this person. Some abrupt. The Five of Cups in reverse. Well, there's the moving on. So, I'm going to get some clarifiers before I get into this. Ten of Swords, please, in reverse. The Seven of Wands. It was a challenge. Two of Cups in reverse. Page of Swords. The Knight of Swords in reverse. The Three of Wands. The Fool. The Devil. Okay. Five of Cups in reverse. The Six of Wands. For some of you, Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. The Page of Wands in reverse. Four of Swords in reverse. And there's that Seven of Cups again in reverse. One of you, this is the misunderstanding, okay? Four of Swords in reverse. This is the misunderstanding. This is someone that's kind of pushed someone else away, feeling isolated, feeling rejected. Someone here had a wish fulfillment, okay? And the reality here of the situation kind of laid heavy on this person. So you may feel as if this person here was, and they may feel like, yeah, and this opportunity here for a wish fulfillment here was not what you thought it was, and you're kind of woken up to that. And there was a misunderstanding, I think, about what the two of you kind of really wanted from this connection. And there was a kind of a lack of direction of where this connection was going to move forward, because I think that the two of you kind of came into it with very different ideas about what you really wanted and how to really nurture the connection itself. I think that there was a lot of strong energies here of desiring to kind of, someone was desiring to kind of push this thing forward, and I think the other person was not. They were more procrastinating. I do feel like this Queen of Wands is one of you, probably the viewer, and the Page of Wands was probably your person. It's in reverse because this is that lack of direction. I think one of you felt like this connection can kind of move forward in a good way, a positive way, and the other person felt like they didn't know where it was going to lead or if it could even go anywhere. And that person probably felt like this was maybe some kind of wish fulfillment that they had and they wanted to nurture, but where do they go from this point? They didn't see this connection as something that was going to lead very far. Whereas the other person felt like it was, and the other person may, and this is you guys, I bet, with this black cat being here, you may have felt this connection on like a really deep level, and this person was not at the same wavelength as you were at the time, okay? Because you have a Queen and a Page here. So that's two very different ways of looking at things. So let's get, I'm gonna pull these to the side here. Let's get into this. Ten of Swords, Seven of Wands. So the challenge here was that there was some kind of, this could have been a connection of some sort that could have caused betrayal, could have caused a, the two of you kind of being together could have caused a lot of devastation. And I think the challenge is that the two of you were stuck in a position to where you wanted to avoid any kind of disasters here. You wanted to avoid a disaster moving forward, but in very different ways. So I think that this Page of Wands person here felt like that this connection was too much, okay? With this Seven of Wands being here, this is someone that's kind of in a position to where they're trying to protect themselves from a disaster. Two of Cups in reverse, Page of Swords. I mean, there's another page here, so I feel like this is that same person. This is someone that feels like they were honest and truthful and direct about this connection not kind of being a full-fledged partnership, or that maybe they felt like that, you know, it's just not a mutual thing. I think the attraction was there, but the way that y'all saw the partnership itself was not a mutual thing. This person could have said that, you know, they didn't feel like this was they felt like they were being honest here in this situation. This connection's not going to go anywhere. I don't see this connection moving into any kind of like relationship. Yeah. So where was it headed? Well, the Three of Wands is that, you know, waiting for that information, waiting to see, having that confidence that those ships are going to come in at some point. And then someone cut it off abruptly with this Knight of Swords being here. Someone got burned out. Someone was impulsive with communication about where this connection was headed, or that it wasn't going anywhere. And they saw this leap that they took, or risk that they took, as being something that ended up kind of trapping them into something. Like they were seduced by this almost. Yeah, and that it might have been, you know, it just didn't go the way that they expected it to. They took this leap and then it ended up kind of backfiring on them with the devil here. And then they felt trapped. So, with this 5 of Cups in reverse, this is about accepting where things are and moving forward, moving on. With the 6 of Wands, in order to have, you know, success is just to accept the way things have transpired and just move forward. I mean, this is someone that felt like they had the advantage here as well to be able to find peace and move on. I'm going to get more information about this as we go, but I'm going to sum this up, guys, into the two of you wanted very different things when it came to this connection. Y'all were not in alignment with one another about what that was. So we got that here with that commitment. Someone, I feel like, wanted commitment. The other person maybe didn't. And for one of you, which I feel like is your person here, felt like this connection was something that was just like a you know, kind of a fun one-time kind of deal. And it wasn't going to really lead to anywhere, even though they did nurture you and they did feel love for you. You know, they didn't feel like it was something that was going to actually be a full-fledged commitment, right? Nothing's going to come together. They feel like they were honest about that in the beginning. And I think that part of what transpired here is that they wanted to try to avoid any kind of disasters by being honest about that. Now, what happened here is there was some kind of abrupt communication or cutoff, because I feel like you were probably waiting for this person to change their mind. I feel like you were in a position where you were waiting for this person to kind of come back to you, wanting this commitment, and it never really happened. And instead, it's almost like you kind of got burned out and this person kind of got burned out as far as not being able to communicate clearly with one another, because you both wanted different things, right? So the opportunity that you both took, the leap that you both took, ended up not anything like what you expected it to. And you got to this position to where you felt almost kind of trapped with this person. So one of you, I feel like with this 6 of Wands, kind of had the advantage, took the advantage that whatever was advantage was given to them to move on. This could have been an argument, a fight, whatever that was. Something was shown here and they used that as the advantage to move forward. Now, I want to point this out because, I mean, I love synchronicities, guys. Look at these cards here, 2 different decks, right? Oh, come here. Look at these cards. You have the same wand or staff here that has the red ribbon that's around it. You see that? It's also here in the 3 of Wands. So I think that throughout this connection, there were huge red flags, right? That probably happened between the two of you that I feel like one of you maybe didn't want to acknowledge or see, or both of you really, because there was a desire that was here with that 9 of Cups that we saw. You know, that wish fulfillment, that desire that the both of you wanted to play out. And so you kind of ignored the red flags. And then after it transpired, then you kind of was left there with the reality of what happened. Okay, now let's get out of the dream world, and now here we're in reality. But one of you was still stuck in that dream world of wanting this commitment. Sorry if you can hear my dogs. Sorry guys, I had to take a look here. Okay, so let's see. And we will get some message cards to see what the two of you would both say here. But I want to see more about... Tell me more about this. Shh, it's okay. Okay, hold on a minute. Let me ask the question first. Tell me more about this 7 of Wands. This 10 of Swords. 7 of Wands and the 10 of Swords. I'm not taking all this. No, it's not happening. This is the conflict, though. Geez. Okay. So there was some sort of communication or delay in communication here with this this is a frustrative energy. This is someone that's coming in with communication that's they've either held back for a long period of time and not communicated what their feelings were here. And then all of a sudden it came in a very frustrated way, a very quick way. Okay. Or they just wanted to slow things down. You have the Five of Swords, which is that conflict that took place. That's that Seven of Cups in reverse again. The Queen of Wands again. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the Ace of Cups. One of you wanted love. One of you felt love. One of you wanted to have this relationship with this person. And the other one didn't. The other one felt like they kind of signified that there was not going to be that here. With this Wheel of Fortune in reverse, this is a closed door. This is a restricted area. Okay. And this other person felt like this was something that wasn't going to transpire. And they felt like they were getting frustrated with you, the viewer, I feel like, because you wanted something that they couldn't give you. And they were getting frustrated with the way that you were communicating things. They are just throwing these cards at me like crazy. Okay. So that was the challenge that this person was having. The conflict with knowing that this connection, there was a closed door there. That they couldn't have this relationship here with you, but you couldn't see it at the time. Okay, so you weren't seeing their point of view, basically. But I feel like you do now. I have to say this. With these two crows here, you have both perspectives now. That's why you're moving forward and you're in a better place. Tell me about the Page of Swords with the Two of Cups. Page of Swords. The World and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So this is that commitment for me. I mean, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse is upright is a very independent, independent, personal independence. When it's in reverse, it's like you're kind of lacking that, or you need that, or how do I express this? Not being free, okay? And I feel like with this being part of that Two of Cups in reverse and the World being here, it's almost again that closed door, that ending of that cycle. We can't go any further from here. I'm not free to have this partnership. Got it. Noted. So why is the Three of Wands here? Three of Wands, you have that Ten of Cups. Yeah, somebody was waiting for their Ten of Cups. Somebody was waiting for that wish fulfillment, right? That happily ever after. What about the Knight of Swords in reverse? Yeah, the Ace of Wands in reverse. And someone here lacked being able to have, direction to move forward. Someone here got bored. This person, guys, don't take this the wrong way, but this person just got bored with the way that they kept trying to communicate to you that this was not going to happen. This cannot happen. And it's almost like they know that you were in this energy of just waiting for this to take place. This is going to happen eventually at some point. So think about how you were communicating to this person, how you were speaking to this person, and made them kind of, I feel like this pressure that this person had on them. Tell me about the Six of Wands. Tell me about this. Okay, I'll take it. Four of Wands. Okay, so tell me about the Five of Cups in reverse. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse. I think this person had an opportunity here to have harmony. And the way of that is to, again, I'm seeing two different things here. I see somebody that wants to have this reunion, this success, this union with this person. And then I see someone here that's trying to move on, but making kind of a lack of progress when it comes to that. which could be this person here. Because this person, I mean, I don't think that this was easy for this person by all means. I mean, you have the Five of Cups. That's one of the, to me, it's the second saddest card in the deck. Because it's in the middle of that processing those emotions. It's in the middle of processing what you've learned and what you've experienced and the pain and the heartbreak and feeling that regret and feeling that disappointment that took place. With that Eight of Pentacles in reverse, I think this person is trying to move on and accept things. And I think that they're just having a difficult time being able to do that. Because honestly, I honestly feel like your person is, I honestly feel like your person didn't mean anything. I honestly feel like your person didn't mean to hurt you. And that's what I talked about here, about them seeing some red flags within themselves that they're now having to address. I do feel like, you know, now I'm reading this as current energies, but I do feel like you're in a position to where you're moving forward, still striving forward and wanting to have, I think that you still have your heart set in a place to where you want to have this reunion with this person. But I think it's more or less in a way of having just harmony and peace in this situation. This is what you're striving for. It's just to have a peaceful resolution kind of take place here. And I think that intuitively, you may be very intuitive, and I think that you're already kind of sensing this and this knowing that eventually that this will come back in a peaceful manner. Tell me about the Four of Wands again. More about the Four of Wands, please. Okay. King of Cups, yeah. You have this feeling that this is all going to come back into balance eventually. Right. Yeah. I mean, this is about reunions. Tell me about the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. The Knight of Cups in reverse, yeah. You know, I said that this person's kind of having to look at some things here. I mean, this is kind of an energy of this person having to walk away, walking away from this connection, walking away from this whole entire thing, and things not being what they seem like they were. Tell me more about the Knight of Cups in reverse. There's that Three of Swords. So, if you didn't believe me before, I hope you do now. This person does have this pain that they feel. They feel bad. This person does feel bad. I mean, they may feel like they kind of fooled you into this in some kind of way, or y'all fooled each other. But them walking away from you, it hurt. The separation, that's what this is. The Three of Swords in reverse is trying to forgive. It's overcoming pain and releasing the pain and grief that you're feeling. You still have this hopeful energy that things are going to come back into balance, but I think it's more of your inner knowing. You know, tell me about the King of Cups. I think that, yeah, look at that. Ace of Cups. Wow. Two completely different energies, right? So different. So different. Wow. Judgment in reverse. Three of Pentacles in reverse. There's that commitment. The Hermit in reverse. Somebody's going through this reality check. I think the both of you have been there. I just think that you're further along than this person is. I do feel like this person maybe is kind of ignoring the call of doing the work on themselves that they need to, but they definitely see the red flags. Like, you know, I said this person feels kind of stuck in this place. That's this, guys. That's this. I mean, look at this. 3 of Swords, 5 of Cups, Knight of Cups in reverse, 8 of Pentacles in reverse. This is a very stuck energy on regrets and pain and heartbreak and what was happening and what was caused and what they caused and what pain they felt from you, and just everything is here. And then you have this other person down here, the 6 of Wands, the 4 of Wands, the King of Cups, and the Ace of Cups, all upright, wanting to have, knowing and wanting that there's going to be reunion in the future, things will come back into balance, and you will have like an opportunity here with this person to have some kind of an emotional possibility to have this receptive and kind opportunity with them, to reconnect with them and to open up to them. Not saying it's going to lead to anywhere, but you just have this faith in spirit that, in knowing that things will just work themselves out or come back around when they need to. Very different energies here that I'm feeling. It's crazy. Okay. Definitely someone overall is ignoring this call with Judgment in reverse to do the healing, to do this healing that's here, right? Okay, so that was a lot. Let's see what this person would say to you first. I remember every detail of that day, so there's a particular day that maybe was the last time you talked to this person. I'm afraid to contact you. I fantasize about you. Okay, 2 wanted to come out. I couldn't let you get close to me. Yeah. I still have feelings for you. I think this person's struggling with, I think that the call's here, okay? Judgment is here. Judgment is knocking at this person's door, trying to wake them up. You know, I feel like a tower moment's coming for this person, if it hasn't happened already. But that realization of looking within yourself. When it's in reverse, it's almost like this person's looking outside of themselves, blaming others for where they are. Kind of that self-loathing kind of feeling is what I was getting from this card here. But they're not going to be able to kind of push forward or move forward in the way that they're really wanting with this prosperity that they want until they kind of face themselves. That's what this connection has done to this person. And I think that you agree with this because I think that you've already been there. I think that you've already looked at yourself in the mirror. So let's look at that. So what would you say to this person if you could say anything? What would you say? You did not break me. I'm waiting for an apology. Well, there you go. What else did this person you say? Lots of shadow cards. I don't know what to say. So maybe you said everything that you could possibly say, and at this point, that's why you're in this energy of so much faith in spirit, because there isn't really anything that you can do from here. I don't feel like this person broke you. I feel like they broke you down so that you could rebuild yourself. And I think that you're sitting in a much better place than you were before. Okay, well, all these just jumped out at me. I watch your social media. I can still see you standing there, and I have too much to lose. I think that you may feel like you're still hopeful for this connection because you may feel like you and this person have shared a lot together, and that if you lost them completely, that would just be devastating. You may watch this person or try to spy on this person in some kind of way. And this, I can still see you standing there, and this, I remember every detail of that day, may be connected, you know? And look at this. What did you want from me? This sums up this whole entire connection, because you both wanted different things in this connection. And look at underneath that. I know I made a mistake. What did you want from me? I know I made a mistake. What did you want from me? I feel like both of you feel this way. I feel like you can say I made mistakes. I can tell you what those are, and I feel like this person's in that same position. But they're still kind of facing them. They're still facing things. You know, at some point you have to quit blaming others and start kind of looking at yourself and saying, you know, I participated in that too, just as much as that other person. It's not like, you know, it takes two to tango kind of situation, right? And until this person really fully dead faces that mirror, like you did, I mean, they're going to kind of be in this stuck place without being able to evolve forward. Did you hear that? I don't know if that's thunder or what that was. Okay, so what advice do you have for pile 1 moving forward? Okay, so we have finances, addiction, and apology again. So, okay, this person, I feel like this is their kind of advice moving forward here. And you, they said, and you. Okay, spiritual lesson. Yes, significant. Self-care is too. I'm going to take it. And look at that. Mastery. You've learned the spiritual lesson. This is all about self-care. This is about recognizing things within yourself. And I mean, that's what this connection did for the two of you, is pulled out these realizations that you didn't see before. This could also be pertaining to financial challenges. Maybe the both of you have some kind of financial challenges that you face. These could be weaknesses when it comes to acknowledging things about your finances, and maybe the way that you, kind of relationship you have with money and how that affects you. And then this addiction here, and addiction is affecting this relationship. So the two of you may have different kinds of addictions that this relationship brought out in you. I mean, this could just be sex, or this could be an actual addiction, or this could be just an addiction to love, or this can be an addiction to, you know, codependency, or, you know, this could look in very, very different ways for all of you guys. An addiction to, you know, wanting things that you can't have, or wanting people that you can't have, you know, whatever that is. I think that it made the two of you kind of look at that, or trying to look at that if this person hasn't done that yet. And then apology. I want to point something out here with apology, okay? Because on your side it says, I'm waiting for an apology. This is a shadow card, guys, okay? And I think Spirit's wanting you to take a look at that, because I think that kind of what they're insinuating here is that even if this person ever feels the need to apologize to you, you shouldn't be waiting on that. And I don't know, I just feel like you kind of need to look at yourself and look at that a second time. I'm going to get a card for that before I just run my mouth, because I don't want to sound, I'm having a hard time explaining the way I'm feeling. I'm waiting for an apology, please. Obstacles. There's some unhealed wounds, okay, that are associated around this apology, where you feel like you were done wrong in some kind of way, and something to do with, in order for you to fully kind of move forward, I think this person as well, there's some unhealed wounds associated with the way that you see how apologies need to take place. And you know, it's just not always going to happen in your favor. It's not always going to be one of those things where you feel like you're deserving of that and you need that, or you're gonna, you know, but kind of sometimes, I mean, it's one situation when the two of you both say I'm sorry to each other. It's also about like knowing that the two of you made mistakes and kind of leaving that alone and moving forward. You know, if you continue to feel like you need an apology from this person, you're going to end up holding that resentment for that over this person's head continuously. And you wouldn't want them to be feeling that way about you, especially if you feel like you're recognizing now things that you could have done differently in this connection. Think about that, okay? So moving forward, uncertainty. Yeah. A true romantic connection is unclear. A deeper understanding is required. This person, I don't feel like really understands how they feel. I don't think this person really understands why they felt heartbroken over this like they did. And again, it takes, you have to look at yourself in order to understand things clearly. It's not about them looking at you. It's about them looking at themselves and how they participated in the connection. That's how they move forward. And they have to be able to do that. And I don't feel like right now I don't think that they're completely oblivious, but I do feel like they're going through it. I feel like they haven't fully been wanting to face that judgment. Okay, what else? Future energies. I saw reconciliation. It did not come out. Yeah, control. I think that the both of you are kind of wanting to take control. I just feel like in very different ways. We have isolation and balance. Yeah, okay. So in this isolation period, okay, away from this person, you're both going to find balance within yourselves, and it's needed. It's very much so needed. There is love here, okay? This is a soulmate. Yeah. There is love here. I'm actually going to get one of these cards. I feel like because things are so uncertain, and I think you're already in this position, Pile 1, you're taking charge of your own destiny. To walk a lonesome road. You know that you're in that place. I do feel like this time away from this person is going to help them and you both kind of do this deep soul searching so that you can find balance within yourself. Advice for Pile 1, please, Spirit. Stay connected. Oh, man. And receive. Don't ever lose. I wouldn't normally say this, to be honest with you, but this is a message, okay, that's coming through. And you're already here anyways. There's a call here for you just to always kind of stay in that faithful place, that things will work out in a good way, okay? There's a call here for you to be able to do that. And I think you're there, Pile 1. I think that you're honestly sitting in a really good place right now. I just think that there's times when things kind of pull on your heartstrings. Stay connected. We're all born connected to spirit, often known as the divine source. Yet many of us have tendencies to pull away from the connection as we journey through life in the physical world. Now is an important time to reconnect to source. So they want you to continue staying connected to spirit, staying in this direction to where you are being led or being called. Take control of your own destiny here and stay focused on that, because there's a lot of growth that's going to take place here with you. And they're saying, you're doing good, you're in the right way. If you've been seeing 11, the number 11 lately a lot, and this is something that I've experienced on my journey, constantly, every time you look at the clock. Oh my God, guys, it's 11 o'clock. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 11 a.m.
Holy cow, guys. Thank you. Now it's 11:01. 111. You're on the right path. Just listen to your heart and your gut. Holy cow, guys. The synchronicities that have been coming through in my readings lately have been just insane to me. I digress. Okay, so anyways, if you keep saying 11:11, which by the way I have, and there you go, you're on the right path. You're on the right path. We started this reading with 11:11. So if you keep seeing that number 11, it's an indicator that you're moving in the right direction. It's justice in tarot. It's balance, truth, taking responsibilities, reaping what you sow. You have good karmas and things that are coming to you. Just stay connected, okay? Receive. That was so wild. You are a kind and loving soul who continuously reaches out and gives to others. But now it's time for you to learn how to generously receive. Just as the ebb and flow of the tides, the art of giving and receiving is the natural law and order of the universe. Make sure you always remember that if you've been giving a lot to others, that's going to come back on you. And especially with this connection, if you felt like you gave a lot of love to this person and you still have so much love to give for this person, I feel like that's not going to go out in vain. You know, it's going to come back on you. Those scales have to be balanced at some point. I just feel like that it's just going to take some time. There's lessons here that need to be learned. Okay, so let's get a postcard from Spirit. It's such a wild coincidence there. It's so crazy. Y'all don't have to believe me at all, but I mean, I don't care. It's okay. I'm living it, so that's crazy what just happened. Okay. With love. Dearest you, we are gathering our magic together to help you celebrate your new beginning. You're stepping into a new version of life, getting to tell a new story about as you create it. Doesn't it feel like spring when you urge to expand wells up inside you from a primal place? The form of what you are growing has yet to take shape, and it is exciting to experience this new and fresh beginning. It's natural to feel both push and pull back when you're entering any kind of new relationship. It's okay to admit that you don't really know what to expect. What you can know is it's time to dive in and allow that new version of life to take shape, oh, good grief. That new version of life to take shape through you on behalf of the partner in life, Spirit. You have made it to a new level of awakening and contributing, and we are so excited to see where this will take you next. We're so proud of you. Oh my gosh, I almost got emotional at the end of that. It's a heavy rush of emotion there. Yeah, I mean, you're on this new journey. I feel like this is you guys here transforming on this new journey for, oh my gosh, guys. Oh my God, y'all's reading is awesome. Transformation. Literally, she said that. Love it. Meditate. This is also about staying connected. Healing. Yeah, you're still healing. Go easy on yourself too, because I feel like you may like this when this person, you know, especially if you're very like, have such a soul connection and you feel them and you feel like a tug on your heartstrings and you may cry every now and then. Let's just flow through those emotions, okay? You still love this person and that's okay. You know, the past is gone. What was is gone. A level of acceptance is here. And yeah, but you belong where you are. You're meant to be where you are. Stop identifying with it. Yeah, stop identifying with the past mistakes that you've made with this person, whatever that was. Release the guilt. Release the guilt that you feel. The Lovers. And play. There's a call here for you to kind of release the guilt that you feel so that you can like go towards things that you do love and have fun for yourself moving forward. Oh, what a reading. Okay. Nope. A few more. Okay, I'm good with that. Okay, so we have M-E, me, focus on yourself. U-N-Q-A. There's a call here for you. If you've been telling yourself things, undo those questions and answers that you keep giving yourself, because some of that is pointless, useless. It's not helping you. The past is gone. You're in a position where you need to transform and keep moving forward. Release the guilt. Quit identifying with this story from the past You need to undo all those questions and answers, Q&A, that you keep kind of giving yourself, okay? Quit doing that to yourself. It's kind of like you're keeping yourself in a stuck place by doing that. We have another E. We have P, F, B, U, T. So there's but. Quit telling yourself but. Keep going, keep going. We have A, R, E, and B. So I have to say we can spell B in the bowl, which is, I feel like, a big deal. Maybe you should go look up a B. I don't know every, you know, every single thing that it represents. So maybe you should go look that up. I may be missing something here that's significant to you. We have pair, P-A-R. That might be significant to you, or if you feel like this is, y'all are like a true pair, then I mean, what's meant for you will always find you, right? You're in the right position. You're where you're meant to be. Just always remember this and keep this in mind. What else am I seeing here? I don't really see much of anything else. So I guess I'm going to leave you guys here. I'm going to hold this up so y'all can see it. I'm sure there's more stuff in the bowl that I'm not missing. Ear. If your ears ring, guys, if you're in the middle of hearing something or in a conversation or anything like that and your ear starts ringing, pay attention to what's going on around you. Pay attention to what you're hearing, what you're seeing, whatever that is. Pay attention, because that could be spirit kind of telling you to listen. Listen. Okay? Just a special message for somebody. Okay, I'm gonna leave y'all here. That was it, guys. That was my last like super long reading. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope it makes sense. I hope it resonates to you guys. I felt like that was a good one, and hope y'all liked it. If you want a personal reading from me, my information for that is in the description box. I offer like different kinds of readings from like $15 all the way to $85, depending on how detailed you want to get. But it's in the description box. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for all your love and your kindness. We also have fun in the bowl, F-U-N. Have fun. You are fun. If you're wondering, there you go. You're fun. And T right here. Be careful about what you hear and the truth of what you hear. Somebody might be spilling the tea. Might not all be truthful. We have Queen Bee here too as well. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, leaving you here. Hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for your love and your support and your kindness always, guys, and I hope to see you soon. Bye. Hey, 𝚆𝚘𝚣. So if you chose the Witch's Tarot and this dyed agate, blue and black dyed agate, then this will be your reading. Some of y'all might have felt like you're kind of black and blue when it comes to the way things are left here in this connection. Like there's a lot of hurt or pain that's been kind of caused here. Okay, whew. That kind of hit me. Okay. So we're going to get some of these first. These are the Into the Lonely Woods oracles, and I'm going to use these to pull out how you are currently feeling, or how you felt towards the end of this connection. This is what we're going to look at first. How you felt towards the end of this connection. We're going to get another card for your person, and then we'll get also, I want to do connecting the energy itself, but I actually think that it would be better off if we kind of got your current energy with different oracles here. So let's start with your energy first. Now these are this has been very detailed reading since I'm done with pile one now. I kind of know about how long it's going to go and what to do, so it may be a little shorter for you guys, but pile one was over an hour, so be geared up for that. Might want to go get you a glass of tea or some coffee or something. Okay, pile two. Y'all's energy is really heavy. Pile 2, please, Spirit. How did they feel about the ending of this connection here for Pile 2? How are they feeling towards the end of this connection, of the ending? Oh, wow. So Pile 1 got the same card. Isn't that crazy? Except it was on this side. Okay. So how was Pile 2's person feeling towards the end, about the ending of this connection? How's Pile 2's person feeling about the ending of this connection? The truth comes out, number 32. I don't know if I said this. 32, 36 is what I mean. 35 too is the consolations of isolation. Wow. I say that Pile 1 got this card. This, I might be remembering another reading that I did. Pile 1 might have been a different card. Okay. Anyways, back to it. So you have 35 and 36 here. So that's kind of crazy. I do feel like your person here, which will be on the right side of me. Now these energies could be fluid, so even though I'm referring to this side as your person, the energies could be switched. So take it how it resonates for you, okay? I'm going to go ahead and get one for the connecting energies. We're going to use a different oracle for that one. These are the destiny, the sacred forest oracles. Heart, please, Spirit, for the connecting connection itself, the closure, the connection itself. Wolf Spirit, family. Ooh, number 51. So you may still be connected with this person somehow through family. You may have a family with this person, or you may just feel like family, or you may have family ties in some way. You could even be close enough to be like family with this person. There's ties here, okay? You may also, there's a feeling that you may also feel kind of obligated in some kind of way to interact in with a certain manner because of this, because of family. This person could have been like family to you, though. For some of you, that's just the case. But I'm feeling like there's still ties here, okay? 35 and 36, I mean, I feel like that the two of you kind of progressed into this. This was like a slow progression of some sort. I want to start with you guys so you can feel if this is your reading, okay? So the number 35 here, and it's y'all's energy's heavy. This number 35 that's here is kind of insinuating that you're in the process of some sort of growth. I think that you're still like feeling this pain from this connection. I think that you're still feeling I'm feeling all kinds of different emotions. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's hard for me to kind of pull out which one I'm feeling for sure, but I'm going to tell you none of them feel very good. There's just a darkness that's surrounding you here. And I feel like you're trying to kind of listen to, spirit, if that's what you kind of believe in, or just seeking kind of that counselor or guidance or a higher being of some sort to kind of help pull you out of this. You may feel like you're kind of at rock bottom in some way. I think that you're in desperate need of a change, guys. I think that you're in desperate need of some sort of change to take place. I think you're just feeling this loss, and it's very, very heavy, and it's very, very significant on your life and how it's affecting your life at this moment in time. I'm going to be honest, I feel all the fives in tarot. I mean, I feel all the fives in tarot. I feel like you're really disappointed about how things transpired. I feel like it turned out not at all what like you expected. I think that, you know, there's a part of you that maybe even trying to kind of playing it nice or feeling like you need to because you have this tie here. That's only going to resonate for some of you guys. For others of you, you just feel like you're feeling at this heavy loss, or over possibly some kind of disagreement that took place between the two of you, or you just might disagree with how things kind of worked out. I'm feeling a burden though. I feel a burden of there's like remorse behind this. You could be just experiencing a point in your life where you just feel like you're having bad luck. But there's hope here, you know, I don't feel like you see it, but I feel like Spirit's kind of like trying to get you out of this, or someone even around you may be trying to get you out of this. I feel like you need to, gosh, pile two. I feel like you need this like boost of confidence to get back up from where you are. I feel like you're putting a lot of weight on yourself. I think a lot of it's coming from within. I think you're putting a lot of the burden on yourself when it comes to, and the blame. The blame is, I feel like you're putting a lot of blame on yourself when it comes to whatever happened here or transpired in this connection. And this needs to change for you. You need to let the light in. I'm going to move on to your person for a minute. Just so I can get onto something else here. So your person is in a different space, okay? They are slowly trying to adapt to this new awareness or new truth that they felt like they have kind of discovered about this connection and about how things have transpired, okay? They're more connected with the idea of transformation and the idea that this transformation is something that's important for this connection to take. They're trying to accept, okay? Your person's in an energy of trying to accept the way that things have transpired. I think that they're going through some growth and healing at this time. And I think they're trying to focus on themselves. I think that they're slowly but surely being compassionate with themselves and being honest with the truth and the reality of what the situation is. I feel like both of you feel left out in the cold. I feel like there was some sort of quick or abrupt kind of ending here to this connection. And I feel like you both feel like you've been abandoned here in some sense. I just feel, and you know, you're at 35 here, your person's at 36. So I do feel like they are, and I feel like now that I'm reading this, some of you guys are probably like, well, I feel more in this energy, and you might be. But I'm going to continue forward as in this is your person, okay? So take it how it resonates again. I do feel like there's a lot of significant changes that are taking place. And I think it all has resulted over this conflict. This conflict here between the two of you has caused the both of you to have a new beginning for yourself. And I think that your person's at this point to where they're kind of taking this a lot better than you are, but I don't think that they necessarily have always been there at all. I think this is something that they've just learned this process to adapt to this situation to where it is now. I think this person has done a lot of healing, and they're finding peace and harmony within that healing process. I think that this is what you need to do. How to. I think that you need to heal. I think that you may be just kind of lost right now in how to kind of move forward and do that. And I have to say again, The biggest thing that I'm seeing here for you guys is that you're putting a lot of the blame on yourself. And in a way to where you feel like you've kind of put yourself into this hole, and now you have no idea how to kind of get yourself out of it. You can see the light. You know what you need to be doing here, but I don't feel like you have any kind of strength to do that. You feel beat down. I don't feel like necessarily that this is just because of this connection either. I feel like this is just lots of probably years of feeling like nothing ever works out for you. That you've been carrying a lot of burdens on your back. And you may feel like you've been pulled in every which direction possible. And that you've been giving and giving and giving and trying and trying and trying, and nothing ever works out in your favor. It's almost this feeling that I'm feeling. It's like when someone says, I'm just meant to have this, really crappy life. That's just it. That's it. That's what I'm here for. I'm just meant to experience this world and just shitstorm. And there's a loss of life that's here, a loss of that happiness and joy and peace and harmony. There's just such a lack that I'm feeling here. I have to say though, right when you feel like you've hit rock bottom, right when you feel like that's it, people say things like, well, it's only up from here, you can't get any lower, or whatever that is. But there's a certain amount of yourself that you have to say, it's like live or die. It's like, I have to survive here. Those survival instincts, they need to kick in with you. You need to have adjustments here in your thought process and the way that you're seeing things. I feel like you've had this huge fall, like you've just been feeling like you've been falling in your life. You just keep falling. And now I'm getting a vision here, guys, of someone that's kind of falling through walls. They just keep falling through walls. And it's like you're waiting for it to stop, but it just doesn't stop. And every time a wall will catch you just a little bit, it's like it doesn't take long and that wall falls through, it breaks through. You may feel as if a lot of people have let you down in your life. You may feel like this person's let you down in your life. I feel like there's a significance around you pertaining to family, because the family card is here. And I do feel a level of guilt to some sense. I feel like you I think you put way too much responsibility of everything that's happened in your life on you. Self-forgiveness is something that's seriously coming to mind that you need, and you need it terribly. Self-forgiveness, forgiving yourself. Knowing that you only did the best that you could with what you had at the time. And honestly, guys, I feel like you blame yourself for things that happened when you were completely incapable of understanding and knowing how to get out of that situation. You did not have the tools at all. You didn't have any of the tools, any of the knowing, even any of the guidance at the time to be able to make that best decision for yourself. You wouldn't even know what that would have looked like. This is like blaming. Oh my gosh, there needs to be some inner childhood healing, guys, that goes into this. And I know I'm hearing it again. I know a lot of you are probably saying this is your person. Take it how it resonates. There needs to be some inner childhood healing. And it's like you feel like you just don't have the strength anymore. But that's the only way that you can have self-forgiveness. That's the only way that you can accept things, and the only way that you'll be able to ever find peace is going through that process. You have to open that door. think of yourself. I mean, close your eyes right now and picture yourself as the first incident that you can remember that happened to you that was traumatic. Picture yourself as however old you were at that time, and what you look like. I mean, if you were looking at yourself like you were seeing yourself in a movie and it playing, but you were right there, picture what that would look like, what you would be feeling. You know what you were feeling at that time. And then you go over to that, that little kid in that moment, and you be that guidance that you needed. You be that advisor that you needed. You be that love that you needed at that moment in time but didn't have. And every time that you have something that happens to you that is hard on you in any way, instead of being hard on yourself, instead of filling yourself up full of blame and guilt and all these other unnecessary toxic things, then think about all those things you would be saying to that little kid. What would you say? Instead of all those things, what would you say? And then tell yourself that. It's the only way that you'll be able to find peace with your past and be able to move forward. You have to go through this experience, and I have to be honest with you, 𝚆𝚘𝚟𝚒𝚗𝚡. I feel like Spirit is really pushing you to do this. And I think that you've probably been kind of denying doing it for a while, and I feel like it's just kind of getting worse and worse for you. But you need to restore the control that you have. You need to detach from the stories that you've created around yourself that don't feel right, that don't feel good. And give yourself a new story. Have that new beginning. Give yourself that comfort and caring and supportive and nurturing and compassion that you wish you would have had when you were small. You wish you would have had when you went through those experiences. Okay, guys, I know I just went on a total rant there, and I really am sorry about that, but I could feel every bit of this, and I think every single thing that I said was definitely something that was needed. This reading's going to be hard to get through now. Let's go into your person for a second, okay? I have to say, Paul, too, I think that your person may be kind of completely oblivious to the fact that you may be going through this. I think that your person doesn't realize. I think that your person is just focused on their transformation and trying to stay grounded in the truth that they know and being, soft with themselves moving forward and healing themselves. They're just in this personal space here, just enjoying this blissful kind of place that they feel like they're in. And they're not trying to attach themselves to too much of the chaotic situation that's going on. It's almost like this person has found their peace, and all they want to do is just sit in that for a little while and just to be in this energy of acceptance and this truth that they have. And I have to say, Paul, too, the truth is that this person cares about you a lot. And it's hard for them, but they have healed a lot. That's how come they're so much more comfortable being in this space, even though they felt or feel heartbreak. Something I think that you need to know. I think that you may feel like this person's kind of just moved on with their life like it's nothing, and that's not the case at all. I think this person has struggled a lot to get to the point that they're at. That's why they're focusing so hard on their own transformation, to the point to where that butterfly is just right on the tip of their nose. I mean, look at this. They're trying so hard just to focus on themselves. They're trying to stay grounded. It looks like he's even holding the grass, you know, like he's trying to just keep his self stable. This is not an easy thing, an easy task for this person. But they're doing it, and they're doing it. You know, when you get focused on something, you get that momentum and you're doing really good with it, that's where this person's at, and they're trying to just stay focused in on that. Okay. I'm gonna get, man, gosh, guys, I was not ready for that. All that. I was not ready for all that at all. These readings lately have been really hard. I feel like they've been really hard. I want to see if the energy that you're in now has changed, because even though I addressed that like this was now, you know, time's not really relevant here. So some of you could be in this place at this moment. Some of you could be in this energy I'm fixing to pick up on, okay? But I'm going to ask Spirit, what is the current energy? Where's the current energy at, Spirit, for call to right now? Okay, well, I'm going to take this first one. I'm not going to take these, but I'm going to read them. Expansion, number 37, and number 40, passage. Okay, this is you expanding. Okay, this is you finally going through that passage. This is you wanting to invest in yourself, reflecting on yourself, venturing out into that passageway, finally taking that door. And I want to show y'all, even though I said I wasn't going to take these. Always do, don't I? All the birds here, guys. Spirit's really speaking to you. I want to show y'all this. This lady's in this red dress, and you have this red bird here, and this is the card of passage, right? And it's 40, and it said standing stones. 40 is that stability that you're searching for, and security. And I feel like this is the passage that you're moving towards. Just like here, when you're just getting that call, here's where you're taking the call. You've gotten off of that stump, and you're going towards the investment here in yourself, reflecting on yourself, to expand yourself. And then we have fire, spirit, energy, which is great. And it's the number 17, which is the star. So here comes this feeling of inspiration. Here comes this renewed hope. Here comes the spark of the divine. You know, you're finally letting that light shine there. You finally have that energy that you needed. You're gaining this energy that you needed in order to kind of go through that passageway and take that leap forward. Go on the healer's journey there. Okay, so let's see about your person. What kind of energy are they in now? The dragon power, number 11. So this person here is kind of stepping into their own power at this point, and they're coming off of this focus of that. The number 11 is that, you know, being on that the right path. And I feel like this person's feeling as if they are definitely on the right path, and they're using that as, you know, this ignition within inside of them to realize their own true power that they hold. This person may be getting a lot of dreams, synchronicities. This person may be someone that is possibly some sort of light worker or healer or something to that nature. You have this, you know, light ball here that's laying on her as she sleeps. And then you have the dragon, which to me looks like the protector, you know, that's watching over her as she sleeps. The number 11 kind of is signifying that as well for me. So I feel like you are in this place to where you're trying to start to ground yourself. And, you know, you have all these trees that are here. So I think you're focused on that growth, focused on that foundation and those roots why you are who you are, where you come from, why you're the way that you are. You're going, I feel like, on this journey here, and it's because of what have happened here in this connection. This person here is just stepping into their power. They know their own truth now. They've been transforming. They've been healing. They've already gone through this journey. You're right behind them. Like I said, 35, 36. Okay. This is also the number 8 if you add it up, which is that progressive number. It's where you're starting to make progress. You're taking action. Theirs is 11 is 2, so they're, you know, finding balance within that power that they feel like they hold here, making decisions for themselves. Okay, so let's get tarot. We'll get more in depth now about what actually happened in this connection. I'm going to use the top part here for you guys, and the bottom part will be your person and how they felt towards the closing of this connection here, okay? Okay, Spirit. Whew. Man, guys. Heavy energies. Okay. Pile 2. Tell me about pile 2 on this. Okay. I have the Chariot in reverse. What they feel happened. The Star in reverse. Star's coming out again. No, that's wild. It's in reverse here. Tell me more about how pile 2 felt. This connection ended. I have the Magician. The 9 of Swords and the 3 of Swords. Well, there you go. Wow. Okay. So now let's just go ahead and get how your person's felt. I can tell the story line that's kind of coming to mind will get more detailed once I get your person's energy out. One more quick shuffle. Okay. Let's see here. What about their person? What about pile 2's person? How are they feeling towards the beginning and end of this connection? The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Pile 2's person. How are they feeling? We have Strength. And the High Priestess in reverse. Your person does have a lot of power within them. This must have been a pretty intense connection the two of you share. This could have been a past life connection in some sense, or just a deep soul connection here. Y'all both have the infinity symbols. Tell me more about how this person felt, this person. They have the Emperor in reverse. How are they feeling towards it? 2 cards came out. We have Death and the 5 of Pentacles. So yeah, they were feeling left out in the cold here. This is that card of being left out in the cold. Ending the relationship and being left out in the cold here. Okay, bottom of the deck. Overall energy. 6 of Pentacles in reverse. 9 of Cups in reverse. Queen of Cups. Queen of Swords in reverse. 5 of Swords. There's that conflict in the 2 of Swords. Somebody felt like they were on the 3 of Cups. I think that somebody felt like either the friendship that was involved here or the relationship that you shared there was an imbalance that took place. Something wasn't equal. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get comfortable in my chair and I can't. Ruby's got half my chair, taking up half my chair back here. Oh, she's leaving. Okay. She's like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave. So So here's the conflict here with the Five of Swords. Okay. You have the Queen of Swords on top of that. So that goes to show me that somebody was not learning from their past. This could have been not learning from their past mistakes, not learning from their past and using those tools to kind of help the situation. It could be that both of you weren't learning from your past in some sense, okay? I feel like maybe this person here wasn't learning from their past and how they kind of possibly maybe overly give in a connection, or yeah, and how that makes the other person kind of feel in some kind of way. And I think that you weren't learning from your past because I do feel like you are carrying a lot of weight with you. So when you go on to a new connection, you're going to carry all those past incidences of those previous connections along with you into the new one, which is a lot of what happened here. So that you're both, in a sense, both of you were bringing something from your past and not learning that lesson prior, which was highlighted in this connection here and caused a lot of pain. So because of this indecision and this conflict that took place here, there was an abrupt ending, okay? This Queen of Swords in reverse is someone that's, overly emotional or very cold-hearted, or, again, not learning from your past. Definitely the opposite of what the Queen of Swords is, which is being in control of herself and secure. Neither one of you felt that security in this relationship, so it automatically highlighted those things that you were felt the most insecure about. This could have been feeling safe in the relationship. This could look in the way of not trusting one another fully, not feeling like the other person cared as much as as one person did over the other, not giving the same, kind of analyzing everything that the other person did and misinterpreting that because of those wounds that you were carrying from the previous connection. Queen of Cups here. So, I mean, this does go to show that there was still love in this connection. There was still this wanting to nurture this connection, wanting to be caring and supportive in this connection. Ruby, honey, stop it. Scratching my chair. Sorry, my cat. This Nine of Cups in reverse is, this left you both feeling like you still have this caring and supportive feelings for one another. And you maybe have gotten some sort of wish fulfillment with being able to be together, but it's left you with this Nine of Cups in reverse, which is misery. And you're in misery because you've had this conflict and you still care about one another. The Six of Pentacles in reverse. Your life lacks this harmony. This is also a card of there being strings attached. Now I want to go back to this card that says family on it. There's some kind of tie there. You could have kids with this person because there's kids on this card. Kids can be involved in some kind of way. Or this could be someone that you just have these strings attached to. And maybe that's why that caring, supportive kind of energy is still there in this connection. And maybe that's also why there's a unhappiness that's so significant here. So what happened here with you? Okay, well, stop it, Ruby. I'm so sorry. So I'm going to name off some signs that I'm seeing here because there's actually a lot on the table. You have all the fixed signs here because you have the Wheel of Fortune. So that's going to be Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius energy. You also have Pisces energy here. You have Aries energy. You have Scorpio energy. You have the Gemini. You have Leo. You have Aquarius, and you have Cancer. There's a lot. There's a lot here. It's a lot of major arcana, which is another significant indicator that this is a very deep connection. Like I already pointed out, the infinity symbols that I'm seeing here, one on your person's side, which oddly enough, feminine energy here with that, masculine energy here with the other. So this could be a divine counterpart of some sense. But I'm going to start here with you. Like I said I was, and then I started talking about something else. The Chariot in reverse. So when this comes up in reverse, it's a lack of control. You may have felt like you've started to gain a lack of control in the situation here with this person. You started to experience a period where you felt like you started to lose the direction of the connection. It wasn't going in the way that you imagined that it would, and you started to lose the reins, right? And you kind of got out of way. It got out of hand. It got out of, ran away with itself. The connection became its own entity, you see. It kind of just ran away with itself. You may be someone that has to be or feels safer in control. Again, that's past traumas that's kind of coming into play with that. Or where you feel like you have to control a situation because you're afraid of not having control, and then things kind of becoming chaotic at some point, which I feel like kind of happened here anyways. You gained control in the sense that as much as you could. You most certainly were trying to manifest some sort of ending here, and that did happen. That took place in the way that, not the way that you wanted it to, but it most certainly took place here, and you manifested that whether you knew it or not. This could have been something that you manifested, and you unwillingly manifested this because you didn't know how to kind of take control of the situation, and feeling that lack of control was causing you to feel like the star in reverse, which is that hopeless energy. It's about feeling disconnected from the relationship itself, and it's heavy on insecurity here, okay? Insecurities about the this being with this person could have started coming up within you, which is something that you've probably felt really uncomfortable about, that you weren't used to having. And sometimes people bring out those things in us to kind of help highlight our self-worth and lack of, and how that's something that you probably been pressured kind of into healing. Self-worth, again, this could be something that comes from your childhood, but this is highlighted a lot here, guys. I have to say, I just keep feeling this way over and over. This could look in the way of, there's many different ways it could be, but I'm just going to use this one off the top of my head. This could look in the way of your parents constantly making you feel like you were not good enough, even if they told you that they were proud of you. Good job, but let me tell you all these other ways that you failed. Kind of cancels that out, doesn't it? You could have had a parental figure that did that to you and made you kind of feel unworthy of yourself, and like whatever you did just wasn't the best, even though you tried and you did the best that you were capable of. But whatever the reason, something about this person highlighted this in you. And you started to not only lose control, which is something you needed because of those traumas, you also started to feel very insecure, which is highlighted, and you didn't like the way that was highlighted in you. You could be someone that likes to be able to feel secure and be able to feel worthy. And even if this person didn't do anything to you, and I'm not saying they didn't, they could have said things to you that triggered you into your realization of lack of self-worth. So you slowly but surely started to manifest without realizing it. And what were you manifesting? You were manifesting a way out of this because you didn't like the way that it was making you feel. Now let's focus on that for a second, because right after you manifested what this was, you go from that to the Nine of Swords and the Three of Swords. So you knew what was coming. You knew the separation was coming. You knew there was going to be some sort of, you could have even, be someone that had heavy distrust, possibly from past experiences, relationships, or whatever that was for you. But you were someone that had heavy distrust there. And almost like you were, with this Nine of Swords, looking for that way out already. So you're looking for a way out. You're also looking for anything and everything that this person is saying, doing, or whatever that could be a betrayal, right? Guys, I have to say this one more time. There is so many things here that are highlighted that need to be healed. Okay. So, these 9 swords here, right? These 9 swords are things that you would lay in bed at night and think about when it comes to this person. Maybe things they've said, a way they've acted, what they've done, what they haven't done, but maybe an illusion of what they could do, or what they kind of looking at every detail, because you're carrying all these wounds. So you're looking for deception. You are looking for these things. And if you're looking for deception, you're going to find it one way or another, whether it's real, whether it's not. Even if it's an illusion, if there's something hidden there, you're going to find it. There's going to be uncertainty here, which is that 9 of Swords for me. This isn't a good card to have at all. I mean, this is that energy I'm feeling here, so I'm not surprised that it actually came out. But this is mental anguish that and it's remorse, guilt, regret, all the things that I've already described up here. Joylessness. That's hard to say, guys, okay? Let's try saying that. It's hard. Give me a break. So you have the 3 of Swords here. This 3 of Swords is what's transpired because of this. I mean, it just went, this was bound to happen. You know, this was almost self-sabotage in a way. But there was some conflict here, and I don't know what that conflict was. I didn't get completely into that. We're just looking at how it's ended here in closure. This 3 of Swords is pain. I don't feel like you wanted necessarily things to end in the way that they did. And that's why this pain has been so significant for you. This is about sorrow. This is about absence in the heart, and how that causes pain. This is heartbreak. You may have felt betrayed by this person, whether they, betrayed you or not. I think that you would have found it regardless, because you were looking for it so significantly. Now, I'm not saying they didn't betray you. I'm just saying that you were going to find it. You were almost in relationships, you kind of just investigate the bad. You investigate it. Some people kind of see red flags here and there. Some people kind of ignore them at first, and then they become more highlighted later. And then some people that carry a lot of wounds with them, they investigate relationships. They look for the bad in the good people, because there's got to be something there, right? Because every other time there's something. Every time you trust anyone, there's always something. Somebody always disappoints you. And this is like your state of mind going into this. So this was bound to happen. As soon as you started to lose the control, and this could have been feelings. As soon as you started to feel emotionally attached, that's when you lose that control. Yeah, and that's when the devastations just kind of went straight downhill there. And it's left you with pain and heartbreak. Your person. Let's go into their energy now, shall we? So they have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. This is a closed door, 2 closes here. But I have to say, with this card, the Wheel of Fortune is a card of opportunity, destiny. And I think this person felt like you were part of their destiny in some way. When it's in reverse, they also feel like they don't have any control. So it's interesting that the 2 of you felt like you did not have control in this situation. That's another indicator this was a deep connection, because it just feels like it's just spiraled, It's almost like a tornado. It just kind of goes away with itself. And I think that your person felt like they had an opportunity to have something with you. And with it being in reverse, it's almost like that's a closed door, or, there's a stagnant energy there. They felt this connection kind of come to a halt. It's almost like that tornado is just spinning, and then it slowly starts to kind of dissolve. That's what this person felt in this connection. They felt this connection kind of start to that good luck, that wheel of fortune, you know, that fortune of having this opportunity with you slowly started to kind of go away, which brings me to strength. I think this person started to realize that they had to really pull on their inner strength. But they felt like they had the strength here to endure the patience it was going to take. I mean, she didn't get this lion to just sit beside her like that on day one. It took patience to get comfortable enough. And I think this person maybe kind of sensed some of this emotional effects of your past that you had been carrying, and they felt like they wanted to give you this patience to kind of, you know, be able to be vulnerable with you, for you to be able to be vulnerable with them. They wanted to kind of be this person here. Even though they saw that things were kind of slowing down, or there may have been some cycles that needed to close out here with you, it's like they wanted to have this patience and time to help you kind of do that. Even though you didn't need the help, it's just like it made this person feel like they realized how much stronger they could be. But then it went from that to silence. So it's like, okay, things are becoming stagnant here, but I'm having patience. I'm sticking around. I'm, you know, practicing all my strength that I can here. And then it goes to silence with the High Priestess in reverse. And this is also a card of secrets, lack of personal harmony with the situation at hand, having to go within to search for the information because you can't get it anywhere else. But you're withholding. So this person could have been in a place to where they kind of kept a lot of things to themselves and didn't express a lot of things, didn't tell you a lot of things because of the silence that was happening between the two of you. To the Emperor in reverse. I think this person got to a point to where they started to get kind of frustrated or started to feel kind of, I mean, this is cold. This is a cold energy. I think this person was in a place to where they felt, and here you have these two kids here again, they felt like you were being really cold with them. So, I mean, this is a progressive energy here to the death, which is the end of the relationship, the failure. And then we have the Five of Pentacles on top of that. This is being left out in the cold. This is again a failure. So this is that progression that happened. They went from stagnancy to being patient, to silence, to being cold, to the ending of the relationship and feeling left out in the cold. And they felt, I mean, this was a reflection of what you were experiencing as well, right? And I have to say, in the middle here, another indicator to me that this is a divine connection. You have the Magician and the High Priestess, and for me, those are counterparts, the Magician and the High Priestess. Yeah. I mean, one person here is using their intuitive knowing, going within, spiritual even, and the other person here is using the tools at hand, right? Pulling on all their resources, capabilities that they have. So, I don't know if to get too far into this conflict, you know, other than to say, whatever this conflict was, it left somebody with making a hard choice or being confused or having some kind of truth that was revealed. It could be about this Three of Cups. This could have been, I mean, it's upright. So there might have been some kind of group situation that took place here. You could have maybe felt like this person was talking about you in some kind of way, or was collaborating with someone that you disagreed with, and maybe that was kind of, you know, I said that this was justice, but this is judgment in reverse. This is about, I mean, and there's 3 people here as well. I mean, this is about putting the blame on others. Okay, I'm not going to get too far into the conflict. Everybody's kind of scenario is different. Everybody's situation's different. So I'm going to move on to message cards, which I put up. Jeez. Guys, I'm in the process of trying to sell my house, and I have several different people that are interested in it, and every time I have somebody come over here, I have to put up all my stuff, and it's annoying, to say the least. Okay, so let's see. What would you say to this person? What would you say to this person if you could say anything? Whoa. I don't know what you want. What would you say to this person if you could say anything? Look at that. Leaving you hurt me too. See, I feel like, 𝚆𝚘𝚟𝚒, you are the one that left this person. I mean, that's very apparent. If you could just read this person's energy, it's very apparent. What would you... See, I've been here before with others. This is that bringing that past relationship to this relationship, how it affected this relationship. You kind of carry those wounds with you, you know. I wish I could take back my words. There could be something that you said to this person and that's caused you a lot of anxiety. That's caused you a lot of sleepless nights, or just where, you know, where you just think about it when you're alone in some way, and you think, man, I wish I wouldn't have said that. I wish I wouldn't have said it the way that I did. I wish I would have said it in a different way, or, you know, whatever that was. You wish you could go back and you would have done it differently. I don't need your approval. So you may feel as if this person may have been kind of overbearing to you in some kind of way, may have kind of been too mothering towards you in some kind of way. Because of that Queen of Cups that's there, you know, even though she's a loving, nurturing, supportive energy, 2 things could happen. Either she was feeling pushed out, and she by the Queen of Cups, male or female, it doesn't matter. But your person was feeling kind of pushed out, so they started to kind of, I mean, especially if you're being cold with someone and more silent with that person, if you're not communicating, that other person's most definitely going to be trying to ask questions and figure things out and talk to you and all that kind of stuff. And you may have felt like that was being intrusive. It could have been just this person trying to figure out where you were with things. But you may have felt in this relationship this person was maybe too overbearing with you in some kind of way, and you didn't like that. I don't necessarily that you're someone that really likes other people to make that seems like, if you don't have control over yourself, you don't like for other people to feel like they have any control over you, you know? Okay, I didn't ask any question, but I am in a committed relationship, okay? I don't even know why that came out. Oh, okay. Because of what I was talking about, you may be like, I'm committed to myself because I can only trust myself, and that's it. Okay. Just going to go with that and keep going here. It kind of came out weird, didn't it? It's almost like, there it is again. Just half the deck showing itself to me again. Some of y'all may not like this reading. That's perfectly okay. Maybe it's not your reading. Or maybe this is your person's energy, but okay, so let's see what this person, what would 𝚆𝚘𝚟𝚒𝚗𝚣's person say to them? I feel you even though we're apart. Didn't I tell you this is that connection that this person felt, that strong sense of that connection. I couldn't let you get close to me. So this person may have felt like they could have sensed that you were going to end up, because it says leaving you hurt me too here, and I couldn't let you get close to me. They may have felt like you were going to eventually walk away from them or leave them in some kind of way. So they weren't fully open or fully honest with you completely because they were waiting for that to happen. And that could have been this person's wounds that needed to be healed in a way, you know? The timing just wasn't right for us. I'm happy that it's over. I do feel like this person is... Okay, here's the message here, because it's on top of this Emperor in reverse. I think this person felt like this connection was really running a lot of their emotions, a lot of their thinking, a lot of their thoughts, and it was affecting their life in a certain kind of way because of the disconnection that they felt and the pain from that. And I think that they're glad that that part of this connection's over. I think that they're glad that, you know, they're in a place, like we said before here, that they have felt they're more in power of themselves, whereas here they were not. I think here is where their emotions were in more control than they were. Tell me about, what else would this person say to 𝚆𝚘𝚟𝚒 if they could say anything? I bury myself in work to forget you. Yeah. I think this person tries to kind of move forward and move on, and we saw that here. They're trying to stay focused. They're trying to stay focused and put their head down. I want to tell you so much. I need to focus on my healing. Your body language says so much. And I want to tell you how I feel. Again, I daydream about a life with you. I mean, I still think this is y'all's energy together, to be honest with you. I still think the two of y'all highly still think about one another and thinking about expressing what you feel towards one another. This person could have felt you slipping away from them when it comes to body language. Okay? So they could have felt like you started to act different when you were around them physically. It wasn't the same, and they could feel that disconnect. They could feel you pulling away. I need to focus on my healing. I think both of you do. I think this person's been doing that. It's a work in progress. And I want to tell you so much again. I do think that y'all both kind of want to communicate all this stuff to one another. I just don't know that both of you are in a stable place in order to be able to do something like that. I want to get some... No, okay. Let's get some of these and see if we can pull any advice here for you guys, 𝚆𝚘𝚟𝚒. Boundaries. Passions. You know, I talked about this relationship being like a tornado where you lose control. I think that the two of you kind of lost control with one another, where you didn't even know where your boundaries were with this person. And this person didn't know where their boundaries were with you. I think that wasn't something that y'all talked about. And I think that the passion possibly went away with itself in this connection. Tell me more. Ruby, honey, please don't. Please don't. Oh my gosh, please don't. Okay. I'm sorry. You got to stay down here. There's too many cards up here, babe. Too many cards. Okay, so we have rest. Oh man, guys, there's definitely a call here for you to pay attention in deception. Okay, so here's the thing. This is one of the things that they want you to focus on. Yeah, embrace is the deal. Find peace with your current state of being. Come here, baby. Just come here. You can come sit in my lap. So, here's the thing. Pay attention to this false illusion, sacred mindset, falling into bad habits, okay? Because I think that it runs away with you, pile 2. I think that you start feeling like, it's like you start to tell yourself all these crazy stories about this person, about what happened, about how they feel, how they see you, how they think of you. And that can lead you into a very dark place. It's asking you to quit doing that. Pay attention to that. Quit falling into those bad habits of that, because they're wanting you to rest. They're wanting you to, listen mentally and physically. Kind of just learn how to clear your mind. Meditate. Meditate, meditate, meditate. If you have a hard time meditating with just straight music or vibrations or whatever that is for you, then do guided meditations. That's how I started, with guided meditations, like all day, every day for the first 2 weeks of my healing, until I got it down and where I was able to kind of find that peaceful place in order to heal, Okay. Yep. Balance. There's that yin yang symbol. Number 35, which is your card here, number 35. 35 might be significant. But 8 is progress, making progress towards balancing yourself out and finding peace with your current state of being or where you are. Pay attention to that false illusion, sacred mindset, guys. Big deal here. It's running your life right now. Blank card, okay? They're like, well, we'll give you 2. Spy. Quit spying on this person. And maturity. I think that you will grow. This is a card of growth, okay? I think that you will grow as the healing takes place. The number 6 is the healing. So I think that you're going to mature more, grow more as far as your emotions go. It's endless, guys. I'm 37. And I look back even 2 years ago and realize places I was immature because I lacked healing. I lacked growth. I lacked so much stuff. And I'm sure 2 years from now, maybe I'll look back and say, you know what? I've gotten further than I was then. And I hope that continues through my life, because I want to keep evolving. There's no age requirement there for maturity. You constantly are maturing the more and more you grow. But if you are spying on this person, if you're trying to look up their stuff or look what they're doing, or even if you're doing this with past relationships or people from your past, just to see how they're doing and what they're doing, stop doing that. It's not leading to a good place. This is the number 15. That's the devil in tarot, okay? That's going to keep you trapped. It's going to keep you living in fear, living in the sacred mindset. Get yourself out of it. What you see is not real. If you're searching on any kind of social media and you see this person living the best life ever, it's not that it's not real. It just means that it doesn't mean that this person is in that place. This person is trying as hard as they can to stay focused, because they are experiencing this loss and pain from what happened here with you. They're doing the best that they can. And that might look in the way of them, going and having fun or going and doing things. Yeah, because they're trying to get over you. They're trying to get over this stuff. You know, those images don't always represent what's behind the camera. It doesn't always show everything. You need to be able to find balance within yourself, and the only way to do that is to get away from that stuff that's keeping you trapped. Okay, I feel called to these. I'm going to take one of these. And then we'll get to closing here because we're already over an hour for you guys. This is my last long reading. So we have attuned to the divine, new moon in Pisces. Yes, 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 yes. Please do this. They're trying to contact you, your spirit guides, your ancestors, your guardian angels, spirit, divine, whatever, God. Listen, they're trying to get through to you to help you with this balance. Call out to them. You know, call out to them and ask them to help you release feeling trapped, help you to release these bad habits, help you to show you guidance to what steps to take next, whatever you need help with. Look at this. Breathe through the tension, full moon in Scorpio. Breathe through the tension. Meditate, 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 meditate. That's all. That's all I have to say. Just keep meditating. I do want to see one thing here. Let's see what the this is the 𝚼𝚘𝚟𝚒𝚗𝚘𝚡. I just want to see what the future of this connection is. Oh, girl, you better not mess my stuff up over there. What's the future of 𝚆𝚘𝚟𝚒𝚗's connection? Look at that. New love. So you could be, I mean, you may find, okay, they told me not to say that. Don't say that, okay? I was going to say you could find new love, but that's not the case, I guess, because we're talking about this connection in particular. You could find a new profound type of love with this person in the future, especially if y'all have strings attached. Something could happen here very soon. Tell me more about this. Oh, okay. Transformation and the ring. Wow. I'm getting a different, okay, guys, I'm getting a certain type of message here, and this may not resonate for everybody, but I have to say what I'm hearing. You may have an interaction with this person. Ruby, honey, hey, stop it. You may have a interaction with this person that's going to, very soon, that might transform into some sort of union, okay? This may be just a mutual union between the two of you to where you kind of, let's just see about that. I want to see more what this means here. Like where you have an understanding with one another. Tell me about this ring. Oh, okay. Balance, yeah. Balance is here. This also might also be for some of you a new relationship you'll develop with yourself. How you transform and have union with yourself and find this balance, since we've already talked about that. Tell me more about new love, please. New love. Call to. Denial. Failure to accept a situation, unhealthy cycles or addictions. Okay, so here's the thing. Two things, guys. I do feel like you and this person are going to end up finding some sort of balance, which is transforming and finding some sort of balance, which is what you want. But I also feel like you're going to find this new love for yourself and stop denying yourself of that. I think that you're going to start breaking yourself free from unhealthy cycles and addictions. And I think that you're going to lead to this transformation, this breakthrough with self, and this union and balance within yourself. There's confession here at the bottom. So for some, and there's twin flame. God, we knew that was going to come out, didn't we? With decisions. Yeah, this is a deep connection here that you feel with this person. And it's very, I mean, I want to tell you so much came out twice. I feel like maybe you and this person have an opportunity to kind of hash things out and find balance and peace here moving forward. It's not going to resonate for everybody. And this confession could just be being honest with yourself. Okay, tell me more advice, please, Spirit. Ground yourself. Yes. I'm going to leave that there. And I'm going to get some of that Wild Offering oracles as well. Do not touch my cards, Missy. Don't do it. Thank you. She knows, don't you? Don't you? I don't know if somebody here has like a toothache, a tooth that's bothering them. I don't. But all of a sudden, when y'all's reading, it's just started feeling that way. So, work. Yeah, work on yourself. Working on yourself. We have relationships at the bottom of the deck. I'm going to take it too. Okay. Ground yourself. Being distracted, unfocused, tired, irritated, and impatient are all signs that you're ungrounded. Are you listening? Now is the time to become centered and allow Spirit to help ground yourself and reconnect with the divine source. There's a tune to the divine, ground yourself, guys. There's it's very significant that you need to just try it. Why not? It won't hurt. Just try it. Try to do it. Go outside and sit your bottom right on the ground. Connect with Mother Nature. Connect with Earth. Work. I'm now available to receive all who can benefit from my work. Use me to relieve suffering on the planet. May all who need me find me. The divine is my complete source for all prosperity and will provide. Yes, I think that you guys, if you could get through this healing process, especially if this is kind of like a twin flame type of connection or deep divine kind of connection, there's a higher purpose here that you have. I got the other cat meowing. There's a higher purpose here that you have that you know, maybe waiting to be fulfilled. And if you need any kind of motivation, use this. How many people can benefit from your healing work? Would you stop it? You have no reason to be crying. How many people can benefit from your healing journey? Even if it's just the people that are around you in your closest circle. What can go through this process? What kind of information, tools, and all that can you bring to those people that are around you that can affect their lives tremendously? So, you know, if you do it for anybody, do it for yourself. But just keep that in mind, because I do feel like it's possible you could be a light worker yourself and not even realize it. Relationships. Oh, good grief. Hold on. What a baby. Come here. There you go. So sorry. Okay. Relationships. I call on the infinite power of love to take over this union in every way. May it now fully belong to the divine. Let it unfold in the perfect way for each of us. I needn't fear letting go of control. My needs are always abundantly met. Yeah, sometimes you just have to release control and put it into, you know, spirit and divine and just say, take it over. Just take it from me. And however it's meant to be, let it play out. Okay. Postcard from Spirit, please. Postcard from Spirit, please. Ask for call too. I tried to prevent it from being two, and it just wouldn't let me. Dang it. So, I feel like y'all need them, pile two. I hate to say that. It's such a long reading. Okay. You are fierce. Dearest you, there is only one you, and you have a unique path and a special purpose. You're supposed to have specific experiences in this world and meet certain people. But then it's up to you how you live, how awake you choose to be, and how willing that you are to grow and strive away what's false. Don't compare yourself to others. It's easy to think that a person is happier just because their outside looks good according to society's standards. But you can't know everyone's internal experience. Compare yourself only to your past self. See how far you've come. Don't be distracted by what others are doing or accomplishing. Stay focused on what inspires you. That's how you get successful and find happiness. What you have now, not what someone else has. We love you immensely and know that your journey ahead is sparkling with miracles and wondrous things. Trust. Loving you forever and always. Well, that was significant. So let's see what live your dreams. Dearest you, over here there's no mystery for us to unveil, as we know intimately how connected we all are, how the web of creation works, and how spirit is in every aspect of life, from the invisible to the visible. But it's impossible for humans to comprehend the complexities of how things actually work, because the most important threads in the tapestry don't make sense in the dimension that you live in. That said, can you feel the importance of these currents of energy that being events together in miraculous ways? You can't understand with your mind, but you can know with your heart and soul. Trust that even though that you don't know the how, the what, and the why, we do. Surrender to the mystery and have faith that the unseen world is watching you with loving eyes as spirit waves your life's mysterious and beautiful tapestry in glorious technicolor. Loving you so much, as always. Okay, before Ruby tears my desk up, let's get some key cards and some letters. Okay, so who am I? That's definitely a good question for you guys. You will figure that out, who you authentically are, once you go through that journey, that healing journey. You'll figure that out. Who is aware? Who really knows you? If you don't know yourself, if you don't know authentically who you really are, who's to say the people around you know who you really are? Because you've only presented yourself as far as you know, right? Think about it. I am appreciated. New beginnings are coming for you guys. This moment, don't wait, okay? Do it right now, wherever you are. Just start this process right now. Do research. Start going at it. Start learning about healing. Perfect. No one's perfect. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. It's a process. Going through all that. Going well. Go within. Yep. Gentle, quieted heart. Be gentle on yourself, guys. It's very important through the process. Very, very important. You know, there's a song by Adele. It's called Easy on Me. And that song is like a song to herself. Go listen to that song, because I think that it would resonate with you guys a lot. The first time I realized that it's a song to yourself, it immediately made me start crying, because it just was very relevant. We have X, so sitting at that crossroads, you need to make a decision here. MJ may be significant. We have Y, E, O, R, P, A, M, or W, but we have Pam, T, S, D, T, and I. So we have mop, because you need to clean it up. We have, actually, I'm not going to sit here for too long. We have mad. So, I mean, you might still be mad at this person, or still be mad just because of the situation. TS might be significant for someone. It keeps standing out to me. We do have time here. So everything does take time. Give yourself a break. We have joy here. Joy is still here. You can still find joy, okay? And if you're looking for joy, go over to A Journey in Light because she has her own channel. Her name's Joy. She's pretty awesome. Go over there and check her out. There may be a message now that that's coming up for some reason. One of her readings may have a message there for you. Also, she's just opened a new channel. If I remember, I'll post it down below, where she just has a soft voice about affirmations, and it may be very soothing for you guys. I'll put her down below so you can see her new channel as well. PTS, maybe something here. PTSD, maybe part of your healing process. Maybe you should go research about PTSD. Maybe you actually have PTSD. You could have had a very dramatic experience that you went through that caused you to have PTSD, and you could not even realize it, that it's there, and you're trying to live with that. And now I completely understand you being in this energy. Yeah, you may need to research that because it's coming up here in the ball like the way that it is. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave y'all here. I'm going to hold these up for you guys. And that's a big deal. That's really standing out to me now. It's all I can think about because of all those energies I picked up in the beginning. PTSD, please, please go research that. Yeah, don't live in that circumstance. Don't live with that without seeking some kind of help. It's a hard thing to have to. It can affect so many different areas of your life. Okay. So if these could be initials, these could spell something out. But that's all I have for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was long. It was my last long reading. Next time I do a reading, if it's not a short one, there's going to be an extended version. So I'm cutting myself off of the long readings for now, and doing something a little different. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope that it resonates. I hope that it definitely helps you. Go do some research on that. And yeah, good luck to you guys. Sending you all love and light, and be praying for you guys. And thanks for being here. Thanks for your love. Thanks for your support and your kindness. And I hope to see you again soon. Bye. Hey guys. So if you've picked pile 3, the Hush Tarot, and this piece of fossilized agate heart, then this is your reading. So I'm not gonna lie, it's been like weeks since I've started this reading. These kind of wore me out way more than I thought they were going to. I wasn't anticipating it. And I guess when you're talking about kind of what happened here and kind of how a relationship kind of transpired, there's obviously a lot of things that kind of probably went into that. And I didn't really take that into consideration of how much time I was going to need for their reading like this. But being that this is probably going to be my last really long post, I wanted to give each pile its time. So I set this to the side. I waited until I felt like I was ready, and I guess now's the time. I was actually in the middle of doing a different reading, and for some reason this pile has been here in front of me since it's been sitting there, and I just felt like now is the time. So I don't know if maybe something's transpired since I started doing this. Like I said, it's been a couple weeks, but for whatever reason, we're doing y'all's reading today. So we'll see how it comes out. So we want to know what has actually happened here in this connection, what's transpired with no closure. And then we'll get some advice about how to kind of move forward and what's going to kind of kind of be coming towards you, okay? So, pile 3. Tell me about what happened here with pile 3. So, we're starting here with number 40. Do not hide your light. What about the other person here? The other person. We have number 5, the lonesome gardener. I'm going to get some of these as well. I know I got super quiet. I want to see what the connecting energy here is. I want to look at this as the way that the two of you kind of felt when the ending happened here in this connection. This one, middle one's going to tell me here what transpired. Standing Stones passage, number 40 as well. We have 2 number 40s here. I feel like these 2 right here are the ones that are connected, as far as someone here was more left, they feel, to themselves, whereas someone else here kind of went towards a certain light that they wanted to follow, a direction that they wanted to take. Someone went after either a dream or went after something where they felt like they weren't so kept. I'll explain what I mean by that. We have fire spirit energy. I might be crazy, but I feel like this card came out in the same place in one of the other piles. I think it was the last pile, not pile 2, but it's been so long since I've done it. Tell me more about the lonesome gardener here. I have the Rainbow Waterfall Miracles, number 31. I'm gonna get one more for that one. Toadstool Growth, number 44. Interesting. Interesting. Courage is at the bottom of the deck. I think this took courage, one of you, to make this decision. Somebody here in this connection, here's the scenario, okay? We're going to refer to this person here first. How they felt towards the end of this connection. This person felt like whatever was transpiring between the two of you was keeping them from being able to really be their honest self, be who they wanted to be. It could be that they felt like their light was dimming because of this relationship. They felt stuck, but they still had this fire within them to really want to kind of explore and be themselves and be this. It's like they felt like they had to hide their light. And they knew they didn't feel good about that. They didn't feel good about being in this place where they felt like they had to dim their selves in order to kind of fit in this situation. They were so fixated on the light, on whatever it is that they wanted to do, how they wanted to feel, how they wanted to be. They were just, that's all they could think about was the light. That's all they could think about was when you're in a dark place, okay, like you're in a dark room or something, and you see a crack in the door and there's a light that comes through that. It's kind of hard to fixate on anything else because it's just darkness that's around you. So this is what this one person felt like they could fixate on, is this light, this wondrous, thing that's in front of them that has this kind of spark. it kept them fixated because of how dark things were around them in a situation. It's the only way that they could stay or feel grounded is to be able to fixate on what it is that made them feel good. Whatever spark this was, and this is going to be different for everybody, and I don't know which side you're going to resonate more with in this reading, but this person wanted to go in a new direction. They felt as if they were starting, the darkness was kind of starting to take them over. And I think that this person may have gotten an opportunity to kind of move towards the light. And they used whatever fire happened here. I mean, I'm getting heavy, like, even though this is the number 17, which is the star in tarot, I'm getting two other things from this card. I'm getting the Tower because of the lightning bolts that we see here. I'm getting the Two of Wands because of the two things of fire here. It's almost like this person saw a way out of this, saw a route to take, a direction to take. And then I'm also getting the Magician, oddly enough, because just the way this card is, it's like you almost have kind of, it's just the elements that kind of go into this. With all of that together, and this card here being the same number, I think this person maybe unknowingly manifested for themselves a way out of this situation, and they took it. They had to leave someone behind. They saw that opportunity, and they felt like it was their chance in a way to kind of get out of this situation, to where they felt like they had to dim their light. See how she's now she has that fire, the fire spirit here. She has this energy to move towards the light here. She's in that fiery red dress, you know, she's taking that, it's like Emperor kind of energy here of taking on that, taking lead for yourself, taking control, and taking a new direction. And getting past these obstacles is something that was a big hurdle, but when they saw their opening, even though they knew there was going to be more obstacles in front of them, they saw that as their opportunity to get themselves out of this place that they were in. There's a really dark energy that surrounds this person here. It's like almost like someone that's starting to get, it's like someone that's very sad in a situation, feels very, it's just all these different emotions start piling in, almost like someone that's kind of going into a depressive state. It's like it's starting to get there, but they held on to this light. They could just see it dimming, and they knew it wasn't going to last, and eventually that darkness was going to take them over. And they saw that way out of it, and they took it. Okay. So this side over here, this is someone here that saw this connection as something that was a long investment, okay? And that had good parts to it, but was just experiencing some sort of conflict in the middle of this. With that spider and the web, and this being the number 5, it's almost like, you know, there may be a spider here in the garden, but that doesn't mean you throw away all the pumpkins because of a spider. They see it a lot less. I can already see this, guys. Whoever this is, I don't think that they were completely aware whatsoever of the significance of what this person was kind of, what was weighing on them at all. I don't feel like this person understood it. There was two different complete mindsets here. This person here just saw, oh, there's just a little spider. No harm done. It's not a poisonous spider. It's not going to kill the situation. You see what I'm going with this? Like, they didn't think this was something that was going to kill this relationship. They thought that there was already a good solid investment here, good solid foundation to where it was something that y'all were going to be able to kind of get through, I think. And then they realized that, you know, you weren't going to stick around for that. I don't think that this person still understands that. Why you didn't stick around, or why you wouldn't work on it. It doesn't make any sense to this person. They don't understand. This person was holding out for a miracle there for a while. This is again the number 4, 31. They were hoping for some kind of new beginning, some kind of transformation to transpire. They may be still hoping for that. Because this person was hoping for growth, but I have to say 2 things about this. First off, I think this needed to transpire because this person needed to grow in some sort of way. And the only way that that was going to happen is if this happened. The other thing I'm seeing here is this person just felt is this feeling of how much they've invested into this relationship is overwhelming. Whatever it was they put into this is overwhelming. And it's almost like you have 444 here. I mean, that's the energy of like the universe is protecting you, right? But you have to pay attention to what your thoughts are. And I think this person was in a place to where they were really just thinking about this, all the growth that they put into this, energy they put into this, how they've transformed since they got with this person, just all these things. But these are all more self-focused things. And let me explain that, because they wouldn't understand this, because they see it as a thing of you grew this thing together. But what they're not seeing is that because you grew this thing together, or this is something that's here in the solid, in the foundation, doesn't mean that there's not those spiders or things that you can't see here. You don't know what's behind the waterfall. You don't know what's underneath the growth that's took place here. It's like someone was living in a world where they felt like things were going great and there was so much invested here, and they didn't see something as such a big deal. And this person here is in a very different place. And this person here is still hoping, in a way, I think, for some kind of growth or transformation. Like they're hoping for a miracle. Things will come back together. I think that the 2 of you, in a way, were hurting one another, but you couldn't see it. This person still hasn't been able to really recognize it. This person here knows that walking away was incredibly painful, but it was also a different kind of pain from what they were experiencing being in the connection itself. This person here is completely oblivious to it. So interesting. Okay, I'm going to get some tarot, put this stuff to the side here. See if we can get more detail here. We're also, look at, there's the 4 of Wands. And the Knight of Wands in reverse. There's a lot of scattered energies that go into this. This could have been a marriage with that 4 of Wands. This could also just be the fact that this other person's still hoping for some kind of union to take place. Being frustrated about that. Now we have the Lovers and the Page of Pentacles. Yeah. Somebody's hoping, I think, still for some kind of new start in this connection. Hoping the other person will still choose them. If not, it's just like they just saw this connection. I think this person here saw this connection as a new start for themselves in their lives where they could kind of get something right. And I think that's one of the reasons why they felt like it's so devastating to them. They feel kind of blindsided in some kind of way because all they could see was how much was that the two of you were growing. I don't know what this was, this conflict that took place, that one of you saw such a much bigger thing than the other one. But I do feel like somebody here was really dimming their light for the other person in some kind of way. And I don't know necessarily that that's either one of you are to fault with that, because that just has to do with somebody here was more of a, this person here was more in a way of more of a people pleaser. So they kind of put themselves on the back burner in a lot of ways. And that ended up kind of burning them out because of whatever has transpired here. They saw this to be, to them, a lot bigger of a deal because of them not putting themselves first in any kind of way. And felt like they were dimming their own light. But this other person here who's, I mean, this person kind of, I think, put this person, took care of this person in some kind of way. So they felt valued, right? And to that sense. And I don't think this person necessarily did feel valued. And it was a lot more feeling that way for this person because of how much they gave to others. So not only do they feel like they weren't getting what it is they needed out of this situation, they feel like they were just giving way too much. But they didn't see it that way. All they did was kept doing it and kept doing it until they realized that how much they missed their light. And then they took that opportunity. The Fool in reverse. Let's get some more before I talk, okay? The Ace of Wands in reverse. Strength in reverse. The Eight of Wands in reverse. Tell me about the Fool. The Page of Swords in reverse. The Eight of, I'm sorry, that's not the Eight. That is the Six. Yep, no. It's the Four. The Four of Pentacles in reverse. There's the Lovers again. The Empress in reverse. The Hierophant in reverse. This could most definitely be an ending to a long-term relationship or a marriage. Someone rebelled against something here. The Seven of Pentacles. Someone rebelled against... someone took a chance and got out of this in a situation that wasn't the best as far as how to get out of this, but they did it anyways because they saw that as their only opportunity, or maybe they feel pushed into it. This is a not good information here that's coming through about a new beginning, but not in a good way, like a chaotic situation. Towards something a new start. So I think this person feels like this was going to be a new start, but not in a good way. It didn't get started in a very good way. It was a very hasty, very quick, something. Tell me more about this. This could have ended in like a fight or argument of some sort. They saw that as their opportunity to get out of it. Tell me more about the Page of Swords in reverse. Now, the Three of Cups. This could have been an influence of an outside party of some sort. Or there could have been some sort of misunderstanding or gossip about an outside party. And this person saw this as their way of getting out of this. Something happened here with an outside party, okay? That was either gossip or communicated in some kind of way. And this person saw this as their opportunity. Even if it was a negative thing and they knew that it was going to cause, it could have caused this as well. So this person here made this choice knowing very well that there was going to be obstacles in front of them. One of those obstacles could be this gossip about a third party, okay? Especially if this is like a marriage. That always is the case, isn't it? Who cheated? Who cheated? So stupid. Why does it have to be like that? It's frustrating. I've been divorced twice. I know how it is. Okay. How about things just didn't work out? You know? How can things just not work out? So what about that's what the risk here is. It's something like that. There's some kind of chaotic situation here about knowing that this leap that they were going to take was going to be hard. They were taking a leap in the direction that was going to be difficult. Yeah. The Seven of Cups. But it was a choice. It was hard to make, but it was a choice they had to make. It's the only choice that they had at the time. They had to make that decision and hope for the best. So what about the, I mean, after they got out of this too, it's like they didn't know which direction to take. Like, how do I move forward here? But they just wanted to be free. I mean, look at the way she's looking at this bird, like how this bird's free. And she's not. You know? And look at this bird here. Again. And this is the Four of Pentacles. In reverse, it's that card of having freedom in a situation. Not being tied down or obligated. Wanting to break yourself free. But not knowing which direction you're going to be taking. Just knowing that you're going to be doing it. This person was exhausted. That's what I'm feeling. Like they had no energy. They didn't have anything left to give. All they had was this little bit of light. This is someone that goes very unnoticed. It's a very introverted person that is very easily able to manipulate their emotions into making you believe that they are a certain way that they aren't. And they do it for others. They do it in a way of they feel like they're protecting others. So if this person is suffering, they're not going to express that often. And they're definitely not going to express it to someone that they feel like it would cause them pain in any kind of way. So they go unnoticed. What's going on with them goes unnoticed. The Four of Pentacles in reverse. The Emperor. Empress, Emperor energy. Yeah. They wanted to break themselves free from this. They felt like this control. They felt like they were starting to give their power away. You know, dimming their light. And they wanted to break themselves free from that. They didn't want to be under someone else's control. And they felt in this situation that they were starting to feel that way. They were starting to feel like they weren't themselves. They couldn't be themselves. But the vulnerability is the Lovers. So why is the Lovers here? Oh. The Six of Swords. The vulnerability here was, I mean, you have 2 sixes here. Actually, no. These are so mirrored here. I think this person in a way was just, they were leaving. They felt like they were getting themselves out of a bad situation. Even though they still saw this other person as a counterpart. They still saw this other person as their person. Like this wasn't an easy thing for this person to do, to walk away from this. Somebody here, they felt, had a lot of pride. Too much pride. Too much pride for themselves to be able to kind of see things in a different way. This is how this person felt about this person. They couldn't see, and I said that earlier, they couldn't see how much it was affecting them or where they were mentally, because there was a lot of pride that went into this person. And if this person here was to address that, I think that it would trigger this person in some way. That's that control of energy here. Yeah. And they wanted to leave that situation even though it was hard. Even though it was hard to do. It wasn't easy for this person, because this person definitely loved this other person here. Tell me about the Empress in reverse. I mean, they saw them as their counterpart, as their mate in life, you know? Oh. The Nine of Cups. I mean, I feel like things came to a halt. Communication. Everything's just kind of, they escaped, and then you go from that to this Eight of Wands in reverse. So there was some sort of resistance, you know, that took place here. Resistance of moving things forward, putting a halt. The Empress stopped giving, and that was like this wish fulfillment that she had. Sorry, guys. So, my little one came in here. There's a frustration here about how things slowed down, didn't take place, didn't move forward. There's a frustration about how things kind of transpired here. And this other person here, this Empress energy, just wanted out of this. That was the wish fulfillment, was to stop moving in that same direction and get things to kind of stop. They didn't want to give to this situation anymore. They wanted out of this. And even though it was hard for them, I mean, look at the way he looks in this boat. That's not easy for him to sail away from that. It's not easy for him to get in that boat. It's not easy to be on that river with half that boat eaten and piranhas in the water. You know what I mean? I don't know if those are piranhas, but they look like it. It's not an easy road. They knew it wasn't going to be easy, but they wanted to get out of what they felt like was, for them, worse. Because they had there's like a lack of, they didn't feel like they had a voice here. Tell me about the Nine of Cups. What's the Nine of Cups here? The King of Swords in reverse. Strange combination. This is that control here. This person didn't get out of this for kind of a desire towards something else. The only thing that they wanted was happiness. The only thing they wanted was to feel good. I mean, this is a card of being just generally happy. You know, sometimes you can see it as kind of like a wish fulfillment or something to that nature, but are your wishes coming true? This person's wish was just to feel happy, to be happy, to have some kind of happiness. And in order to do that, they had to stop things. They didn't even have a structured plan moving forward. They just took an opportunity when they saw it. And I think that they may be kind of frustrated that the other person here couldn't understand or see that that's all they wanted, was just to feel happiness again. It's really kind of sad. All these have been sad though. That's why it's took so much out of me. I don't really know that we need any more of this. I think we should just go into advice. Tell me about, let's look at this Three of Cups. Okay, well, there you go. There's the King of Cups in reverse. There's something here about a third party thing, a third party person. But I feel like this isn't, whatever this is, this isn't true. Because the Page of Swords is in reverse. That's gossip. That's not the truth. When it's in reverse, it's something that's just maybe a distraction. There's not a truth that's there, I'm seeing. You know what I mean? Especially because this and this are both in reverse. But this could be someone else. I mean, it just could be an outside influence of some sort. But the two counterparts that are there are both in reverse. Tell me more about the King of Cups. The Three of Swords. Okay, obviously we get it. We get it. This is something that this person knew they were going to be taking on in this journey. Tell me about the Fool in reverse. The Magician. Didn't I tell you? Look at that. I told you. Yeah, they manifested this thing. They manifested this without knowing it. It's just an opportunity. That's all. They didn't know what they were going to get, but they took it. It was their way out of this. So it's possible someone could have messed around here and they saw that as their way out. It's possible there was just some kind of outside influence that took place here that was this person's, they saw as some kind of way out. But I'm telling you, this person felt as if taking this leap, it was going to look bad. Everything was going to not look right. They knew what they were getting themselves into, but they did it anyways because they felt like their only way out of it. Out of this feeling of sadness, where they were losing themselves. Tell me more about the Three of Swords. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Yeah, it was unfortunate. It's unfortunate. This is just bad luck. I mean, this is just bad luck. How things lined up. That's what the Wheel of Fortune is in reverse. Upright, it's about good fortune, right? In reverse, it's like, you know, an opportunity in a way, but you have bad luck. It's just bad luck. And you don't have any control over what others are kind of saying here. And this person knew that. They knew it. Look at the way that she's looking at this whole scenario. Like, this sucks. This is going to look bad because of this person here and how things are coming together. You could have had, if this is you guys, which I hope so, because I haven't addressed this person that much. There's just a lot of control, not being able to see the other situation here. That's hard to read. You were friends with someone here. 3 of Cups, friendship. You were friends with someone here. And this was an opportunity that you manifested in some kind of way. And you took this leap knowing that this gossip was going to take place. And that was unfortunate. That was bad luck, and you had no control over that. But it's not the reason. You just took an opportunity when you had one. That's all. For some of you, this might have something to do with that, though. Everybody's going to kind of see that differently, but take it how it resonates for your situation. Tell me about the 6 of Swords. Oof, the World in reverse. Unfulfilled. Unfulfilled. Leaving a bad situation that you feel unfulfilled in. What about the Emperor in reverse? The 4 of Swords in reverse. I mean, this person was really exhausted about this person here was just really exhausted with this other person that they wanted freedom from this so bad. I think this is something that they sat on for a while. But there's this is being isolated. It's being alone. It's being that you kind of went on this 4 Swords upright, right? Okay, so you need to go and you need to find peace and you need to retreat and rest for a little while. In reverse, it's like you just feel alone in that. You don't feel understood. You feel misunderstood and alone. And this person felt that way when it comes to this Emperor energy here in reverse. And you felt trapped and you wanted freedom from that. Tell me about the King of Swords in reverse. The 10 of Cups. This is the breakdown of the family situation here. 10 of Cups in reverse, guys. And this is about having an unhappy home life right here. Family breakdown. I think this other person sees this as they're frustrated because this Empress kind of started all this because of a wish fulfillment that they had. And they kind of manipulated this situation. Or, you know, this is someone that's very opinionated about what this person did. Still in this controlling kind of energy for me with the Emperor in reverse, King of Swords in reverse. Those aren't good guys you want to run into. Those are someone that they're very opinionated, very, very strong in nature about what their morals or values or what they feel like they were done wrong in a situation. This person definitely feels like they were done wrong, and they felt like it caused this 10 of Cups in reverse, this family breakdown, or this, you know, loss, significant loss that took place because of what this Empress wanted for herself. But that's not it at all. That's not it at all. This is back here. But she knew this getting into it. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, I gotta read this bottom of the deck and then we'll move on here. the lack of clarity, not having clear communication about what happened here with the Seven of Swords. And there's the King of Wands in reverse. The Seven of Swords is, you know, those secrets coming to light or whatever, but it's still unclear because you have the Ace of Swords in reverse on top of that. So it's not, it's clouded, right? Whatever illusions are taking place here, or whatever has been, one person's seeing what happened one way and the other person's not, and they can't look at themselves, so they have to say, well, it's got to be something outside of the situation. It's not anything that I kind of did, because they don't see it as such a big deal like this person did, because they were keeping things to themselves. They see it as just this spider, and they can get rid of that. You have the Queen of Cups here that walked away with the Eight of Cups over a situation to really ultimately find their own happiness here with this Four of Wands. It's not that they walked away towards someone else, it's that they walked away to find their own peace, joy. Even if it was just in that moment. Queen of Swords, they were being honest with themselves. That was their truth. They were living up to what it was that they felt. They wanted to be secure, and they were using what they felt like they were just using their common sense and getting themselves out of a bad situation. The Eight of Pentacles, they needed this time to not feel like they were constantly giving and giving and giving and giving in a situation, and still getting, the light was just dimming, you know? You can only keep that firefly in that jar for so long, and it's gonna die. That they felt like that, like they were just, their soul was like dying in some kind of way. They wanted to get themselves out of it, and they took a chance. That's how bad it was. They took a chance on whatever was going to be said about them and how the other person was going to react, just to get out of it. Tell me, what would this person say to pile 3 if they could say anything? I trusted you. What would this person say? Yeah, there's something here that was like a final kind of straw in some kind of way. I left when I saw you with someone. I love myself enough to walk away. I told you. This person feels as if, with this I left when I saw you with someone, it could be that maybe this person here was saying things about the connection, but it didn't, their actions didn't add up. Okay? So there could have been someone else that this person was communicating with that didn't add up to whatever they were saying, and that was kind of like a red flag for this person. It could have happened with trust too. Something caused this person to remove the security feeling that they felt. Tell me more. What would this person's? I wonder if you are happy without me. Yeah. I mean, I think that there's still a level of care about this other person here. Yeah. This was a long thing. There was a lot of investment in this relationship. It was my fault, but I blamed you. This person still carries a lot of blame about, they still carry a lot of blame for themselves about what kind of transpired or how this transpired here. And they still kind of think about that. And you may resonate with some of these that I'm saying here too, by the way, depending on who you are here. I guess both of you, I feel like, are kind of mirrored in some of these. Yeah. This person feels like, I mean, they still feel like maybe they should have done things in a different way. But, I mean, they did what they did if they could at the time. I am happy that it's over. Yeah. I mean, they are. They're happy that they don't have to be in that sadness anymore. We will be together again. For some of you, this person still kind of feels like there'll be some kind of reconnect, you know, that they had to walk away from this, and they may have got out of this thinking that they were going to have to just walk away from this for a time being, and then things didn't go as planned. Maybe they left when they saw you with someone else, or maybe you got with someone else quickly, you know. That was that red flag for this person. But whatever reason, they did feel, you know, if they walk away from this, and then they could come, maybe the two of you could come back together at some point. You didn't see my tears. This is what I'm talking about. This is right on top of how I think this person here feels like this person just went towards whatever was a wish fulfillment of some sort, you know, thinking about themselves and not this family here, this home life situation. But this person didn't acknowledge. I don't think that they wanted to, really, because I don't think it made them feel good to think that someone didn't feel right with them in some kind of way. They didn't want to acknowledge the fact of how unhappy that other person was. Anything else this person would say to pile 3? Anything else? Anything else? Yeah, we'll take these 2. I am afraid to contact you, and I find you so attractive. I told you that here with the Lovers. You know, this person, there's a level of kind of almost not wanting to put themselves around this other person here, because they do still feel like they have this bond or whatever it is, connection in some kind of way that they share. And it makes them worried about themselves and how they could handle themselves around the other person. Let's see what the future of this is. Let's see what's also coming towards you, okay? Let's do that. What's coming okay, well, you have happiness. Positive energy surrounds you. What's coming towards pile 3 in love? What's coming towards pile 3 in love? I have the Key card. So I think that you're going to have some kind of success that's coming up here. If you're asking a question, the answer is yes. That's what the yes card is. Some kind of success or some kind of something you've been, I feel like, kind of waiting on here. Oh, okay. For some of you, you may have new love coming in, okay? Someone that can nurture you, perhaps, because I saw the nurture card there. But I do feel like you're kind of growing from this situation here. And if not, if it has to do with this other person in the future here, you may actually, once you find your happiness and you move towards your own success and you transform yourself, you may have new love come in. Don't know where all y'all are in the spectrum here. You could be in different places, but also this could be, again, this other person, perhaps, you know, y'all coming back together in a new way. Things kind of transpiring in a different way moving forward. But for most of you, I do feel like this is new love. Tell me more about new love, please. Support. Somebody that's going to be really supportive towards you, which is what you want here. It's what you longed for with this person. You know, it's one of the reasons you connected with them so much. It's just that they let others take advantage in that in some kind of way. Commitment, yeah. So you're going to have some kind of, you're going to commit in some kind of way to a transformation that's going to take place. And you will have some kind of new love, a commitment with someone else that's going to be very supportive of you. Tell me about the Key card. Just what you're looking for here. Tell me about fear. Fear, I think, is in a way something that's kind of holding you back from your own success. Something maybe you need to look at within yourself moving forward. Fear of being successful in love because of what's transpired here is a big part of that. But you will find someone here that You want commitment. This person here, if this is you, you want commitment. If this is you, you want commitment to whatever you've transformed yourself here and moved towards something new, something different. Sorry, guys. Okay. Tell me about happiness. Okay. We have rejection and communication. Wow. I think you're going to gain some kind of Tell me more about this rejection. Mystery. For some of you, someone that has rejected you in the past may come back in, if this is you. For others of you, if this is you, then this is that rejection that took place, that you felt there was some miscommunication, some kind of mystery around communication here about how this person has rejected you, that's going to come out, that's going to make you happy here. And then, you know, happy as in an understanding there that you can get to a better place where you can be more supportive, you know, with one another still, especially if there's a family here. But committing to the transformation that's transpired here moving forward. But for some of you, this is someone else that's coming in, you're gonna have a positive outcome here, okay, about whatever that is. And you know, fear of the future and new love and someone being there and being supportive and committing to you fully is a part of what you're going to be carrying. I think both of you moving forward, because there's, even if it's this other person that comes back around, for some of you that might be true. For most of you, I feel like this is someone new. So just discovering new love and having someone else be there as a support and committed to you is something that you need to focus on, the fear from that. It's keeping you from being able to experience soul connections here. Because of the memories and what has transpired, you may feel a little guarded. Like you can't be free to be who you want to be in a situation. And you don't need to carry this with you, okay? Because whoever this future is, someone's going to support you fully in this connection moving forward. Okay, so what do I get now? Let's get some advice, more advice. Can I have some advice, please, Spirit, for pile 3 moving forward? Apology. Forgiveness through mutual understanding. Every time this card comes out, it's almost like there's going to be a level of forgiveness that takes place between the two of you moving forward. And for some of you, this may be apology from someone else that affected this situation in some way. But anyway, for most of you, that's just for somebody. But for most of you here, I feel like this is just, you know, communication about, if you have communication, it is going to be an apology to where the two of you can just kind of understand one another and how things kind of transpired so that you can kind of move forward, okay? For others of you, you may not get this apology or this conversation. It's just a level of just forgiveness and understanding so that you can just move forward with this person, a new overall look at how things transpired here. Yeah, that's ringing in my ear very loud. You're going to get a new kind of understanding, and it may be this reading, but you're going to get kind of a new kind of understanding about what really transpired here that's going to help you to move forward and have forgiveness. Tell me more. Pay attention. Look for signs for the divine. Yeah, acknowledge the red flags. Acknowledge the red flags moving forward. That's how you keep yourself from being too fearful of being able to have success, okay? Just acknowledge the red flags. Give yourself patience here. You do have things that are coming forward towards you, commitment, transformation. You have things that are going to be happening here for you in the future. Just have patience with those things. They're going to unfold slowly. They want you to make sure that you remember to keep an eye out for what you feel like isn't right. That's all you can do in a relationship, a new relationship moving forward. If you feel like something's kind of like a red flag, address it, communicate, be open, you know, and kind of see how things transpire. It's the only way you can open yourself back up again. Tell me more, please. Okay. Ugh, that tried to come out there, didn't it? We have soul connection and twin flame. This could have been involving some kind of twin flame or soul connection, either with this person here or someone outside of this connection. Or you could meet this person coming in the future. Success, yeah. You're going to have success here. If you put support and effort into a new relationship, it's going to be successful. If it doesn't work out, then there's what red flags there, some sense. You know, sometimes things just don't work out. Some people are meant to just be in our lives for a season, not forever. It just depends. You just have to take what you can take from it and rest. They're wanting you to take a break, okay? Spend some time in retreat mode. Let's see what the Wild Offering Oracles can give us for advice. And then also a postcard from Spirit. Then we'll close. Okay, tell me moving forward here. Advice for pile 3. That is so crazy. That card is not supposed to be in there, and it's the only card that flipped out. Did you see how it came out? Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. They want me to address this. Fine, I'll address it. Okay, so we have twin flame and soul connection down here, and this is important, okay? This person was in your life for it to be part of your growth in some kind of way. I want to address this, apparently, even though I don't want to. This could have been that third-party situation at hand, or whatever this was here with, you have 3 here, 3 again here. And this person that was in your life here was kind of meant to be kind of either a catalyst for you in some kind of way for your growth. But it's not someone that you have to be connected always to. That could have been just a soul contract that needed to be fulfilled. And this could be, well, now I'm kind of getting 3 here again. For some of you, I mean, you're going to have to take this how it resonates. There could have been a soul connection that was in between you and what you felt like was your twin or a divine counterpart or something to that nature. For most of you, I'm going to say that this connection that I'm seeing here that I've just read is this soul connection here. Because you have the Lovers, and this is the number 42, which is the Lovers, number 6 in tarot. Foundation's that 4, decision is 2. This was someone you decided on. A twin flame is more someone that you feel medically kind of drawn to in a different sense, where there's a mirror or message or someone that you see in yourself, things that you see in yourself that you need to grow from. You're gonna have to read this in whatever way that you feel like is resonating with you, because there's a lot of different kinds of scenarios that I'm seeing here, but you're releasing yourself from this soul contract here, okay? Yeah, you're releasing yourself from this other person here. You could be releasing yourself from both of these, to be honest with you, in some kind of way. Just because you feel like this person's a high-level connection doesn't mean that you're stuck with this person forever. You have to be able to pull yourself out of that, especially with this kind of connection. This is about growth. You know, not everybody kind of ends up in that with certain people. It's just, I don't want to get too far into it, but whatever contracts, soul contracts that you feel like you have, you can always kind of break yourself free from. Even if you still feel their energy, it doesn't mean that you have to always be connected with them, and you can't kind of move on to new opportunities in your life. There's always going to be, you know, new soul contracts in your life moving forward. Okay, so that was unexpected. Let's see what else. We have gratitude. Oh, a ton that just came out. Sanctuary, being enough, and perfectionism. I'm not going to read perfectionism. Relationships is at the bottom of the deck, which I'm not going to read that as well. Let's read gratitude. Find just one thing that you feel grateful for right now and let the gratitude pour through your body. It's a healing balm like the warmth of the sun. Yeah, being thankful where you are is going to be something that you're going to be able to have moving forward. The transformation here and how this whole thing's kind of changed you, which direction it's kind of placed you in. Sanctuary. A sanctuary resides inside no matter... A sanctuary resides inside you no matter what is happening. This inner temple beckons you to enter. Take a deep breath, enter, and sit down on the throne of your own heart. Yeah, follow where your heart is pulling you. As long as you do that, follow where your heart is kind of pulling you, what's best for you, what is enough for you, being enough, then you're always going to head in the right direction, okay? What feels right on your heart if this situation doesn't feel right. I feel like some people need to understand that they did do the right thing here, that things played out in the way that they were meant to. And it may be kind of hard to understand that. Being enough. The innermost heart says you are enough. Nowhere to go, nothing to get, nothing to change, no need to grow more deserving. You, yes, you are love. There's going to be situations in our life that we're never going to understand fully moving forward. And you just have to take what it is that you learned and how you kind of changed and evolved and grew from that situation and push forward regardless. You will be able to find someone that connects with you on a level that you feel like you're deserving of, that you feel like you need. We all need different things. Some of us need to be more codependent than others. It's what you feel like you want in your heart, where you are in your life. These two individuals here are wanting and needing different things in their lives. And I feel like, don't be afraid. Don't feel like there's something wrong with you if you still feel that you want that supportive kind of person that's there and it's, likes you as you are and you don't need to grow. Okay. Go find that person. There's someone always going to be out there for you that connects with you in that way. And they'll come, when you're ready for them, when you're like, okay, I'm ready. Where's my love at? But you have to really feel it. Feel ready. I feel like. You confuse the universe if you're still thinking about the past and you're trying to manifest someone new. That's confusing. Like what it is that you want. It's like I just got an image of someone trying to paint a portrait and the people keep changing places and you're like, wait a second. I'm drawing a mustache. You don't have a mustache. Like that kind of, the universe is like, good grief. Who is it that you're wanting here? Okay. So pushing forward. Postcard from Spirit, please. Postcard from Spirit for pile 3. Thank you. 2, naturally. 1 for each of you. We'll see who fits where. These both say you are loved. How bizarre. Okay, I feel like this one's going to be more this person, but let's see. Dear you, do you feel like you need to do all the work? Yeah, this is definitely this person. And fix everything for everyone? Or you might have no value? Maybe you think that you need to control everything or else nothing will get done. Be healed, be completed, etc. You may think that you need to conform to what others expect of you or choose a course of action to manipulate an outcome. But we don't think that would be a good idea or a good choice. How about this? Even if it makes you temporarily uncomfortable, do something different. Set that boundary. Delegate responsibility to another. Ask for your needs to be met. And when faced with an impossible situation or sticky, embellished relationship, repeat this mantra. I didn't cause it. I can't control it, and it's not my job to cure it. Then carry on. Feels good, doesn't it? The best part is everything just seems to work beautifully and honestly in the end. Love you so much. This sums up this person's energy here. This is exactly how this person felt. This first paragraph is how they felt. The second paragraph, I feel like, is the action that they took because of that. Wow. You are loved. Again, I feel like this person here, okay? Dearest you, everything is in divine order. Even when chaos, there is order. And we are always in the all of this. For you, though, on your human journey, things can get disorganized in your mind and physical reality. You need to get rid of the clutter. Whether it's be too many stories in your mind, too many what ifs or fearful thoughts of the past or future. Instead, focus on the now. Empty your mind, clear your house, and throw out the object that tells you the uncomfortable story. Discern what you have. Sort, purge, clear, and organize. We want you to have the space to fill with something better. Spirit loves a vacuum, as it gives space for brilliant new energy. Let go of what is no longer serving you and give order to what remains. See them and know their value. Your soul needs organization in order to keep your connection to us and to Spirit free of distractions. You are so adored by so many. We hope that you really know that. I think it's really hard for this person here to acknowledge not being enough in a situation. And it's part of that pride. It kind of steps into that. And this person recognized that. It was too much for them to take it on, and it made their light dim. There's a big presence that's here on this side, okay? And it's like what they're kind of saying here is that you need to, this person here has been telling themselves what if stories over and over and over, and fearful kind of thoughts that that are creating a negative mind space. They need to purge that out and let that go and release it. Things aren't always what they seem. Most of the time they never, ever, ever are, because there's always going to be kind of that lack of communication to being able to see the other person's perspective exactly clearly. And there's a lot of that plays into this for this person here. They're kind of saying that if you can kind of clear all this energy out and transform yourself in that way of knowing that you can be successful here in a relationship moving forward, that will come for you. There is good things here, but you have to clear out those distractions first. Okay? Okay, so let's get some key cards and some initials and we'll close. Let's see. Okay, we have appreciate yourself. Yep. Transformation again. Get support. Wow, that's a repetitive message. Transformation support. You may need support to work yourself through this. You might actually, therapy is great, guys. Therapy is such a good tool. If you can reach out and get a therapist of some sort. I was in therapy my whole life. And I realized how much it actually has helped me get through traumatic experiences in my life and see things I didn't see before. And how I can work through those, process those, and figure those out. And I'm still growing. I'm still figuring it out. But the last time I went to therapy, I really sat there and talked for about an hour. When I was done, it was the same therapist I've always went to. When I was done, she looked at me and she said, I don't even know why you're here. You have it figured out. I don't understand why you're here. I feel like everything you're saying makes sense. It's all, yeah, you know what's going on. It's just that you being able to sit down with someone else and spill everything that you feel internally, and they will help you process through those feelings. And possibly you're seeing it's a different person's perspective there that is not judging you in any kind of way whatsoever, that you're not emotionally attached to in any kind of way whatsoever. It's a great opportunity to be able to have someone that has the knowledge of the mind to help you work through those problems to where you can feel good enough, where you can feel in a better place. It will help you transform. I would look into it, just saying. I know I went on a rant there, but just saying. Let the story go. These are 2 cards, a repetitive message of you letting that old story of what was go. It's not, I feel like the truth of that situation is a little blurry. Travel. So maybe you should travel, make love. Maybe you should yeah, maybe that's something. Maybe you have a heavy sex drive or something, but maybe make love is part of just you getting out of the negative mind space and quit being like in that aggressive place towards this other person and just love them and move forward. You know what I mean? But maybe you have an opportunity for real making love too. Right? So if you have a hard time with getting support in other places, writing is a good way to do that. Writing your words down on paper definitely helps. Romance and understanding. There's an understanding here of how people see different things and what they want, and knowing that just because you're lacking something in one way, and I think this was an issue in the relationship, that's why it's coming up here. Just because you lack something in a certain way, well, if you didn't feel like the other person liked that too, I think you took offense to that. That's about being good enough. There's some more deep-rooted reasons that those feelings would come up, where this person felt kind of smaller to you in that sense, and they felt like they didn't want to deal with that, so they would just agree, you know, yeah, I like that too. I like that too. That's how I like romance. That's how I like to feel. That's how I like to make love. That's how that is. So that they didn't have to, especially if you're dealing with someone that is can sense those emotions from you in that way, you know? That is like an empath in some kind of sense. They don't want to make you feel a certain way, so they'll agree. People-pleasing skills are skills. People-pleasing tendencies as well because of that. I mean, this was a dynamic this was a codependent thing. Heavy. This person's kind of addressed that. I feel like this is supposed to be highlighting this in you. Something that you should address. Just because others don't like it in the same way doesn't mean that you're any less. You know? Yeah, y'all played off of each other's weaknesses in that way. It's like I feel it's kind of like a trauma bond type of scenario here. You know? Maybe look into that. Okay. Somebody here on this side, something to do with them deep-rooted wounds where they never have felt fully good enough. So we have the star. Looking towards the future, we have the number 7, so that alignment that takes place into that. How you kind of align yourself moving forward. Coming into alignment moving forward. We have a T. Reflection too as well. Reflection on the future, and future success is where you need to kind of focus your energy. We have a Y, a W, a K, an E, a Z, or an N, I guess. A V, Q, L, I have a lot of letters. B, E, A, T, beat. You can beat it. You don't have to stay in this energy here. You can always beat that negativity that you feel. Beats, music might be significant or something to that nature. We have a O, S, O, so, A, I, E, and A. Okay. Let's see. Can't believe I'm not seeing like a whole bunch of things that's kind of coming out to me right away. There's a lot of letters here. We have way. I just heard go your own way, like the song started popping up in my head. You can go your own way. Started popping up in my head. I don't know what the name of it. Well, I guess that's the name of it, isn't it? We have. Oh yeah, there's an E here. I forgot about that. T. Just put itself together. Yeah. Tea. It's like gossip, you know. What's the tea? You know what I mean? Okay, guys, I think I'm going to leave y'all here because I'm sure there's tons of stuff that you can spell. I have yes here again. It's the second yes we've seen. I have light. Okay, I'm gonna hold this up. Could do this all day. And thanks y'all for being here. We have B or B's in the bowl. There might be a lot of people in your ear about this. You might be, I keep getting like that gossip thing, you know, like a bee's like, you know, around you. Avoiding others could be a part of this as well. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave you here. Hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope this helps you guys moving forward. I hope it gives you some kind of clarity and what's to come. Okay, so thanks for being here. Thanks for your love and your support and your kindness always. This is going to be my last long reading, so be looking now for those extended readings. Hopefully I'll get that finished, getting that set up soon. And yeah, thanks for being here, guys, and I hope to see you soon.